It will ruin the bit.
I'm
if
wearing
you
a
dress
Rams
better.
hoodie and sweatpants today. Kidding me? And by the way, John Ireland does dress impeccably.
Although
it's Oscar and Felix around here.
Yeah, it is. Although I'm embarrassed by something I just had to do.
What'd you do?
And I'm starting to have to do it more and more.
Shave?
No.
Oh, I know what it is.
I had to put glasses on to read a text.
I wear glasses now.
I just asked Jorge. I'm like, is John wearing glasses?
I had to put them on to read a text. I couldn't.
You already have this giant
you
font.
have giant font.
You
on
could
your
probably
text.
read it from there.
Yeah, I almost can. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, by the way, I refuse
Jorge,
to wear
you
glasses.
were wearing glasses. Do you have contacts in right now?
No, they're downstairs in my car.
I
left
just,
them.
You just can't see
So
anything.
the test for me, as I was telling Mace this the other day, the embarrassing is I need glasses to read now, especially small print. But because I'm stubborn and an idiot, I refuse to take them when Lisa and I go out. So when we go out, it's a standard ritual of I get a menu and I immediately have to get my phone and turn my flashlight on. So I'm that guy in the restaurant
then enlarge it.
that has the flashlight on that's holding the menu like 5 inches from his face, all because I won't throw a pair of glasses in my pocket.
See, I sadly,
Do you now bring glasses when you go out?
I bring glasses when I go out.
I need to just accept it.
Yeah, I've got to use the readers sometimes. But the rest of the physical turned out great.
That's
I got
good.
all the tests.
Again, I think you made a mistake, but that's good.
No,
I'm glad you did it.
Although I did set a new personal best in cholesterol, 210.
That's not that high.
Yeah.
Oh, I had mine over.
That's the highest I've had.
At one point I was over 300.
Oh God.
But I have a history of it in my family.
You win
again.
Yeah.
What's your BMI?
29.85.
34.3.
We're all in the 26s, by the way. I'm not that much different.
I was the low one with 26 and change, and Mason was the high one with 29 and change. We're all a bunch of fatties.
Yeah, we are. We are. So we're doing Live the Day today. It is Ireland's Live. We got a 4-pack of tickets to see the U.S. men's national team versus Serbia next Wednesday, Bank of California Stadium. Pay attention to everything Ireland says today. If you can figure out what he lies about and call in at 3:30, you get those tickets. And by the way, you can get your own tickets at ussoccer.com. That's ussoccer.com. So I saw for the first time, John, and I know Bergman says they're in other places, but I exited 9th Street, as I always do, off the 10, and squeegee guys there. Okay?
So you go up. See, I never get off on. I can show you a quicker way.
You take the 110. I take the 10.
Right. But coming in on the 10, if you just get off on Grand and turn left, you never have to deal with 9th Street. Don't you always run into traffic on 9th Street and they won't let you turn right away?
You don't turn right away.
Yeah, I'll show you a quicker way, but go ahead. Okay. I hijacked
He's
your
right.
story.
Go on Grand. It's better.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Thomas Guide. All right, so...
Does anyone
B5.
still have a Thomas Guide?
I don't think so.
I miss him.
We were explaining them to the interns the other day. They were like, what?
None of them know what they are.
One of them thought it was the same thing as a TV guide.
That was DeAndre, I think.
No, it was Cody.
Yeah, he's smiling and laughing.
So when you exit that freeway, you stop at a light. And at the light, there are now squeegee guys. So somebody rushes up to your car and cleans your windows. And then afterwards, I think you're supposed to give them money. But I'm like, I didn't ask you to clean my windshield.
Yeah, this is
why
a
should
dilemma.
I give you money?
This is a dilemma that goes on all the time. And, like, thinking cynically,
Yep.
when you roll the window down to give him the money, you don't know if it's a desperate person that's going to grab your keys or do whatever.
Sure.
So
what do you do?
I always tell Lisa, don't do it. Ignore him.
Right.
I roll my window down and give him $1.
Yeah, I decided I would give
figure
them...
if that person is that down on their luck, I can help them out a little bit. And if I have more than $1 in my little car thing, I'll give them that too.
I gave him nothing.
Cheap bastard.
Hey,
I gave him nothing.
I started watching Your Honor.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second episode, he goes into the cemetery and asks the guy, there's a homeless guy in the entrance. He's like, booze or dope? The guy says, neither. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I usually help out booze or dope guys.
Yeah, so is it the right thing to give them nothing, or you gave them change? Bergman, do you ever run into this?
I usually give people money if I have cash.
You know what Greg gives? The finger.
The finger?
Yeah.
I do. I absolutely
It just
do.
puts
I
me
mean, that's
in a-
just to everybody, though. It's usually to you guys, but now we're on
It
YouTube,
is
so
a
I
lot,
can't
'cause
do
we're on
that.
YouTube
Yeah,
today.
Greg.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah,
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So tomorrow night's hockey night. we're taking Jesse Cabrera and Carlton Roberts to the hockey game across the street.
To see the Stars?
To see the Stars. Mm-hmm. And so I've got a decision to make tomorrow. Do I go see – I could go see a movie.
Wait, and not go to the hockey game?
No, I'd go to the
To both.
Okay.
But I've got this movie decision right now. Should I see Tom Hanks' A Man Called Otto, or should I see that creepy movie Megan with the robot killer doll?
Those are your only choices?
Those
I
are
would
the two.
punt. I wouldn't see either one.
Robot killer
if
doll
I
is supposed to be great.
If I had to pick between those two, I'd pick Robot Killer Doll.
So Emily said she saw Megan and said it was one of the best movies she's seen all year because it's just so much fun.
Well, you
It
know why
is-
I'd go
I
see
heard
it?
it's very funny.
It is supposed to be great.
I like Allison Williams a lot. Do you guys know who that is?
Yeah, Brian Williams' daughter.
Yeah, she was in Girls. She was also in Get Out. She's and I saw her the other night on that Andy Cohen show I watch Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
And they played a couple of clips from that movie that made it look pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'd go that way.
Yeah. I think Megan is the way I'm going to go.
That's the way to go. It's also only an hour and a half, so you
Oh,
will have
nice.
plenty of time to
Clean
get to the
90
game.
minutes.
And they've
I
already
like that.
announced Megan 2.0.
I don't blame
Did
them.
they really?
Yeah.
It did gigantic business.
Yeah, they've already
Especially
greenlit.
for an original movie, did a gigantic business. It's not a sequel to anything. Well, now we're going to get a sequel. So I came across. John, you consider yourself to be the parlay king.
Yeah, a matter of fact, I've decided I'm not betting enough parlays, so I'm going to load up for this weekend. But
You're just going to lose more and more money.
that says you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wait till I clean up.
So this guy bet $10.57 this past weekend.
Okay.
This was the bet. Deebo Samuel scored touchdown. Kenneth Walker scored touchdown. Christian Kirk scored touchdown. Gerald Everett scored touchdown. Dawson Knox scored touchdown. Daniel Bellinger scored touchdown. KJ Osborne scored touchdown. Dolphins defense scored a touchdown. Jamar Chase scored a touchdown. It all came in. You know how much he won?
Boy. How many? That's got to be
That
close
was a
to
9-leg parlay.
That's got to be close to $1 million.
It is $1 million. Now, why doesn't everybody bet for $11 a 9-team parlay every? Now, obviously, we can't bet here. They did it somewhere else. But wouldn't you put that money on the table every week for $11, a chance to win $1 million?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing it this
Your
weekend.
odds are better than the Super
should, John.
Lotto.
Yeah, why
do
not?
Do a 9-teamer.
But it's not a 9-teamer. You're picking 9 players
Yeah,
to get touchdowns.
it can be teams. It can be to score. You can build a parlay however you want. That I can't believe that came in. That's
Isn't that
unbelievable.
amazing? I mean,
Yeah.
some of those, Daniel Bellinger, I mean, come on.
Yeah, what's that?
But for $11, $999,000.
Easy money.
That is better odds than the Super Lotto, any of those
It's
lotteries.
360 to 1.
Yeah. So Stephen A. wrote a book. Do you hear about it?
No.
He wrote a book called Straight Shooter. It's a memoir.
Okay.
And I had this interesting thought. If you were to write a memoir, tell all,
Yeah.
how interesting would it be?
Well, I could tell a lot of behind the scenes.
That's the whole idea.
NBA stuff.
Are your behind-the-scenes NBA stuff, is that enough to make for an interesting tell-all?
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever write a book, but I could.
Yeah.
You have to tell everything, though. That nothing is off limits.
Yeah, you got to be one. Then that's the problem. A lot of people won't.
Like Derek Jeter doesn't want to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Derek Jeter wouldn't.
No, you're like, no, I don't want to say that.
No, he won't. He takes your phone at the door. Bergman, what about you? Would your memoir be interesting?
My life is extremely interesting. It'd be a top seller. Immediately go to the New York Times #1. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially with stories about you two. Please.
Yeah,
Yeah, the inside story of us two.
that'd be a short book.
What would
That'd be like Hop on Pop, about the same
Yeah.
distance.
What
Well,
would
that's
Jorge's
what I go for.
memoir be like?
Nah, not that good.
Not that good.
Nah, I don't think so.
No. See, I actually think John, yours would be. I think mine would be interesting. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
I would
be
read
so
yours.
much inside the NBA.
What would you call it?
I would call it the High Life.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the
Is
High
this
Life.
too? Is this too long?
Yep.
Don't let school interfere with your education.
No, I think that's a totally good
Yeah,
title.
that's probably what I would
Bergman,
use.
do you have a title for your memoir?
Not off the top of my head. I think that's actually
off to a
that-
good
no.
start.
That's
No.
the name of the title. That's the name of the title, not off the top of my head. I
Jorge?
think it's a great title.
Mine would be working title.
Working title.
That's the name of a production company that's had some successful shows. Yeah.
Speaking of the memoirs, I've been saying this for a while. I'm sitting on about 50 pages of a book that I've been working on, and
What's the book about?
It's about baseball. It's about a Little League baseball team.
Okay.
And I have decided that I am absolutely going to spend the day writing on Saturday and see if I can figure out a way to finish that book in time for baseball season.
How many pages do you have so far?
51.
And what's your ideal page?
For young adult fiction, you probably want to be in the 140, 150.
I was thinking more like 200, but yeah.
Isn't young adult fiction? There you go. Isn't young adult fiction shorter than regular?
And that's who your target is.
That's like Mike Lupica.
Yeah, when Lupica pivoted from critical sports writing to writing for junior high school kids, he made a bunch of money.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, there's money to be made.
Yeah.
So I'm going to target that, and I want you guys to try to hold me accountable to it.
Baseball. Every day we'll ask you.
No, but it's this Saturday. You can't write 150 pages in one day.
No, I'm not going to write 150. I'm just going to take the day and write and see how far I get.
I have a game in Portland that day, I'm flying to Portland, and I have a game in Portland on Sunday. So I'm going to miss some NFL. I don't know how, because doesn't the NFL play Saturday and Sunday this weekend?
Yeah, NFL Saturday and Sunday. The first game is Saturday at, I just happen to have this, 4:30 our time. 4:30 Eastern, so 1:30 our time.
That's the one I'm going to miss because our flight's at 3.
And then the other one is at 8:15, so that'd be 5:15.
I'll catch that at the hotel.
For our time, yeah.
Jags Chiefs is the first game, Giants Eagles the second game, and then Sunday is Bengals Bills the first game at 12, and Cowboys Niners at 3:30.
All right, I will bet my parlay before I leave.
Did you see DeMar Hamlin is hanging out at the facility every day now?
Good.
Yeah,
good for him.
Looks like he's made a really good recovery, which is
awesome.
Amazing. All right, coming up next for you, Stephen A. Smith was on. Speaking of Stephen A., was on Howard Stern this morning, or yesterday morning, I think.
It was this morning.
Oh, was it
I'm pretty
this morning?
Sure, yeah.
Told a really good story about Kobe. We will get to that coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. All right. Hey, thanks a lot for listening today. You probably get tired of seeing Ireland during these breaks and Ireland saying, hey, download the... No. Today, I've got the camera, and we got big stuff planned. Like Stephen A. Smith telling a story about Kobe Bryant this morning on the Howard Stern Show. Fascinating stuff. And NBA midseason preview. Who are the writers' picks to win the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference this year? And Mychal Thompson's hanging out, too. He's going to say something stupid, I guarantee it.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
And it is Mason in Ireland. Your Wednesday afternoon. Lakers are back on the court tonight at Crypto.com. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. with the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off with Slee. Tip-off at 7:30 p.m. Hear all of it on your flagship radio station of Lakers basketball, 710 ESPN. LeBron tracker, he's sitting at 316 points. We'll see how many he puts up tonight against the Kings. Right now, Mason in Ireland continues your Wednesday on 710 ESPN.
Let me play you something really exciting, John.
Okay.
Likely on Kansas City. Here we go for the win. Got it, but there's a flag down. There's a flag down as everybody's running out onto the field, but there's a penalty marker.
Offside. Defense number 26.
And they call it on the defense.
Third greatest comeback in NFL playoff history. Al Michaels, legend, blew it on this call.
I can't believe you're attacking Al Michaels.
I hear
ridiculous.
No, you're part of that's the announcer code. You're not allowed
ridiculous
to say anything. So
you would attack a man of Al Michaels' stature.
Al Michaels has spoken out on this very subject.
Yes, he says that it's you, sports radio guy, that
Correct.
is all bent out of shape over this.
Let me read some of this.
Maybe
this
he actually was
statement.
listening to us yesterday.
Maybe he did. This is what Al Michaels said. Al Michaels says, must have gotten 100 texts from folks who were happy to see me back on NBC. Read some comments that we didn't sound excited enough. Internet compost! Exclamation point.
That's you. You're guilty of internet compost.
You know me as well as anyone. No screaming, no yelling, no hollering. It's television. Ellipses and captions are sufficient when the pictures tell the story. He goes on to say, I thought the energy was much better once Jacksonville made it a game. 27-0 makes it difficult to make it sound like it's more than it is. One of the things that makes Tony great is he doesn't overtalk and load it up with unneeded blather. Now, here's where he takes a shot at me. Do you think he's taking it directly at me?
I do.
Okay. A lot of folks who understand this industry are annoyed with the over-the-top yelling that makes a game sound like an offshoot of talk radio. I'm in that corner, but there are others who obviously think otherwise. Don't you find it ironic that the most understated announcer of all time was the iconic Pat Summerall, and before that, Ray Scott? And lots of folks still yearn for that style. One size doesn't fit all.
Yeah, take that.
Now, I have
Internet
heard
compost.
Internet compost. Offshoot of talk radio.
I don't understand it, because who is maybe not Al Michaels, but who are they actually broadcasting to? Are you broadcasting to other broadcasters?
No, librarians.
Or are you broadcasting?
It's the audience's librarian.
Right. And people like John Ireland that want it to be very, very dry. And there was a field goes up, and that's good. And, holy moly.
I think that you guys can't hold Al Michaels' jock, and for you two
Absolutely
to criticize Al
I want to hear
Michaels
him do
is
some
absurd.
sports talk radio.
Well, he doesn't want to. He doesn't
Correct.
like it.
And I don't want to do what Al does.
Yeah.
But
so I have no desire to be a play-by-play guy, and I don't think he desires to be a sports talk radio guy. I'd like to see Al Michaels here.
But the announcers are broadcasting to the fans, not to other play-by-play people.
Correct. That is actually a very good point.
Well, is he done? I think he's done for the year, right? He's not coming back till next year where they do Amazon.
Right. I think he's done for the year.
By the way, so not on Cap are going to be very angry with us for talking about this again.
Why?
They absolutely killed us yesterday for doing it.
Kill away.
Yeah.
Just get the
like
names
how
right.
dare you?
Get
How
the names
dare you?
right.
I hope when they get Al Michaels, because Cap is working on getting him, that they play Mason's outrageous criticism of Al
I
to
really
him.
want them to, and to me that's must listen. I want to hear them do that. And
You should call in during that.
Oh, I will call in during the Al Michaels.
Yeah.
Is Al Michaels actually going to go on with them?
I don't know.
All right, so what would you ask him if you had Al Michaels?
Oh, what would I ask him?
Yeah.
Al, how do you feel about all the criticism you're getting?
Well, he just told you it's internet compost.
What do you have against sports talk radio?
It's a bunch of guys who can't hold my jock.
Al, do you think you could do sports talk radio?
I would have no interest in doing it. It's for hacks.
Al?
Yeah.
You gave the sleepiest call in history for the third biggest comeback in NFL playoff history. It was a snooze fest.
Says who?
Says me.
Yeah, but you're a hack.
You're old.
That's your comeback. You're old. Did you see? There was a thing.
By the way, I withdraw that. So you just
yeah. Well, there was a thing going around this week, an old clip on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
And Robert Blake, remember the actor who played
sure.
Beretta?
Didn't he get in trouble?
Yeah. But this was long before he was accused of killing his wife.
Yeah.
But so he was on the Tonight Show, and he came out, and Orson Welles was next to him.
Orson
Okay, legendary Orson Welles.
Yep.
And Robert Blake comes out. I'll see if I can find this for you in 17 so we can play it. And Robert Blake comes out and goes, "Hey man, you're a big guy. You're pretty hefty."
Orson Welles is a very big guy.
And Orson Welles looks at him and he goes, "Yes, I'm fat and you're ugly, but I can diet." I thought that is a great comeback.
That is a good comeback.
Yeah, good for him.
So Stephen A. went on to the Howard Stern show this morning, right?
Yeah, I was just listening to it, driving over here.
And he had a story about Kobe Bryant. Now, this goes a couple of minutes, but I think it's totally worth it. Here's Stephen A. talking.
Wait a minute. Before you play it, Jorge, did you get...
Tons of bleeps.
There are probably 20 bleeps in this.
Many, many bleeps, right, Bergman?
You got them all?
We got them all.
Okay, good.
Here is Stephen A. with Howard Stern this morning.
Yes. He scared me. Now, he's scared.
Talking about Kobe.
Kobe's scared the living shit out of me, because here's why. Kobe was a savant. You did not know more basketball than Kobe Bryant.
Right.
So when Kobe Bryant called you to complain, and this is exact, I can quote him. I mean, I miss him so much. I can quote him for you right now. Voicemail. You know who this is, motherfucker. Get your ass up, pick up the phone, and call me back. That bullshit you just said.
Wow.
And don't keep me waiting but so long either. Your ass better not go on the air and say some other before you talk to me.
What
That
had you
was Kobe.
said? What did you say?
I would say something along the lines of, you know something? I don't like the way he's playing. It's selfish basketball right now. Look at this shot. Look at that shot selection. Look at this decision.
Wow.
What the hell is he doing? Blah, blah, blah. And he called me up. And so he called me up, and I'll be like this. What now, man? And he'll say, look, you say you watching basketball. The mother watch the game. You didn't see this person do this. You didn't see him do this. You didn't see this dude miss this back cut. You didn't see this dude miss this dunk. You didn't see him drop the damn 3 passes that I threw to him over the first 20 minutes. The f*** are you talking about? And by the way, you see here, and you see this coach, right? He don't know what he's doing, Steve. He don't know what he's doing, Stephen A. What you doing? What you talking about? So you're going to bring up all that shit about me, but you didn't bring up that. And I went like this. Well, we were talking about you. I get all what you saying, but that don't absolve the shit you did. And then we get into it. And he says,
wow.
And then he'll go like this. I have no idea why I love your ass. I really don't. Sometimes I really, really don't. But I love you. He said, but you go on the air, you say that shit again, I'm calling you to curse your ass out.
It's great.
It's great.
Wow.
By the way, when he's talking about...
I did get a wow in there from
when he's
Howard
talking
Stern.
about how he threw 3 passes and the person dropped all 3 of them, you know who he's talking about, right?
Smush Parker?
No.
Oh.
Greg?
3 passes and he dropped all 3 passes?
Yeah.
Shaq?
You got a guess? Jorge, you got a guess? No. 100% he's talking about Kwame Brown.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That used to be a big running joke that
Yeah.
you would throw the ball to Kwame Brown
Small
and would
hands.
hit him in the hands and
Yeah,
the ball would just
small
hit the
hands.
floor.
Like DTR.
Small hands.
Small hands.
Okay,
Exactly.
Jorge found the Orson Welles story I was talking
Okay.
about. So this is Johnny Carson. Robert Blake comes out on stage, and here it is.
You make Wimpy look skimpy.
Well, you see, I'm fat and you're ugly, but I can diet.
That's one of the great comebacks of all time.
Oh, that is a great one. That's quick, too.
You make Wimpy look skimpy.
He was smart, man.
Yeah.
Smart man. There's a famous, what's the famous story? There's a famous Churchill story. Tomorrow I will be sober. I'll find it. Do you
Okay.
know that story?
I've heard it before, but
Okay.
I can't think of it either.
I'll find it. Coming up next, we're going to spin the wheel of questions. Brand new thing, John. It is the listener's wheel. Bergman got a tweet from somebody.
Okay, and that's going to be the question?
That's going to be the question.
Okay.
So we will do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 17. All right. Hey, thanks a lot for listening today. You probably get tired of seeing Ireland during these breaks and Ireland saying, hey, download the... No. Today, I've got the camera, and we got big stuff planned. Like Stephen A. Smith telling a story about Kobe Bryant this morning on the Howard Stern Show. Fascinating stuff. And NBA midseason preview. Who are the writers' picks to win the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference this year? And Mychal Thompson's hanging out, too. He's going to say something stupid, I guarantee it.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Jorge, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it!
All right, so this is a listener wheel today.
All right.
Interesting that it landed on this one. A bunch of listeners put some in. This is the one it landed on. Yeah.
Oh, shocking.
So, at It's Dreezy put out there, Duh Ren, what would you do if you got trapped in your favorite movie? Need to hear responses on Venice, from Venice Mace on Chinatown, and Ireland on Love Actually.
Oh.
Okay, so if I was trapped in Love Actually, which role would I want?
You get to do whatever you want, I think.
Okay.
What would you do if you got trapped in there?
No, but I'm trying to figure out which role I would covet.
Yes.
I don't want to be Andrew Lincoln because he ends up not getting the girl.
True.
Liam Neeson loses his wife in the beginning. I think I would want to be Colin Firth because
he gets
his wife cheats on him with his brother
right
in the beginning, but at the end he writes his book and falls in love with the housekeeper who's really cute.
Right.
I think it's you. You are you, John Ireland, trapped in the movie itself.
Yeah, you are you.
You're not one of the characters.
You're not one of the replacing characters.
You're not replacing anybody.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Yeah, go ahead. Go say what.
You're in Chinatown.
What would you want to be in Chinatown?
I'd want to be Jake Gittes' secretary. I would take.
But doesn't he already have a secretary in that movie?
Technically, I guess it's Sophie. The name actually Sophie is his secretary, but I would take over as.
Is that why you named your dog
assistant.
Sophie?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's where she got her name was Jake Gittes' secretary. But as administrative assistant, I would weed through the cases and find the ones that would be the right for Jake Gittes.
I've never seen the movie, so I don't know what you're trying to say.
You've never seen Chinatown?
Never.
Oh,
wow,
dude.
I'm with you, Berkman.
Dude.
Yeah, thanks.
You guys, youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah, dude.
Jorge, what about you? What's your favorite movie?
Back to the Future.
And so, what do you want to be? You meet Doc Brown. Where are you going?
No, I would be Marty's sidekick or something. Me and Marty would go around different places.
Yeah. Bergman, do you have any?
Yeah. So my favorite movie is Dazed and Confused, and I would just get really drunk and really high and throw bowling balls out of windows.
No one really gets drunk in that. They all get stoned.
Oh no, they
right?
all get hammered. You kidding?
Yeah, no, they
have a whole
drink and
party
get
at the Watchtower, John.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Dazed.
Oh, it's so
Is
good.
that is McConaughey in that?
Yeah,
Yes.
McConaughey,
Yeah, I think maybe
Renee
I have.
Zellweger.
Oh.
That was like McConaughey's first role, Renee Zellweger's first role.
Incredible
down in
movie.
Texas. It's awesome.
I would make a paddle.
Yeah,
right. I think it would be so much fun to live in that
How do we feel
time.
about this as a question?
That's okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I liked it.
Yeah.
You did a good job. It's Treasy.
Yeah. No, we loved you.
Yeah.
Somebody else tweet in.
Yeah, with a better question.
Somebody tweet in with, well, we got a whole wheel, so we'll spin it again tomorrow.
Exactly. So if you put a bunch of them, you can all send them to me, and I'll give it to you guys.
There's a dirty little secret about Wheel of Questions is we ran out of questions about 6 months ago.
And they called you out on it. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we've done various versions of the same
Yeah, we
question.
do
Like I
different
always
versions
have.
of the same.
I never know when Mason's going to say it's your question, so I always have like 10 questions on standby in just a file. But I'm guessing of the 10 I have right now, we've asked some version
Of every one of them?
of most of them. Yeah,
I believe that.
of most of them.
I believe that. All right, so, John, I've got, first of all, a little update on Anthony Davis. Lakers are on the floor tonight against the Sacramento Kings, Friday night against the Memphis Grizzlies.
Right, he's not going to play in either one of those games.
But here's what Shams Charania says about potentially AD's return.
So Anthony Davis is expected to start running now. So once that happens and he's back onto the floor running full speed, at that point he's going to progress to contact work in the relative near future. And so I'm told that the hope is that Anthony Davis is going to be able to get back out on the floor with a handful of games left before the All-Star break. So that puts you out at about early February for a potential return for Anthony Davis to get back on the floor. He's got a bone spur issue. He's got a stress reaction in that foot. And so he's one of the guys that should be in the All-Star game this year, voted in. He's already among the leaders in the fans. So you've got to come back before the All-Star break if you want to play in the game itself. We'll see if he's going to be able to make it back. But right now the goal is for Anthony Davis to be back out on the floor with about a handful of games left. And that puts you right around trade deadline. And we'll see how that impacts which moves the Lakers could make.
All right, so it's January 18th today.
Yep.
Sounds like he's talking about maybe first week in February.
Yeah.
Which is too bad because we're going to Boston we play in Boston on the 28th.
Next Saturday, yeah.
And we play on that trip. We play Brooklyn. Durant may or may not play. If there's a big Saturday night game in New Orleans on the night before, is the Super Bowl on the 5th, Bergman, or is the Super Bowl on the 12th?
It's on the 12th, I believe.
Okay, so
yes. Lakers don't play it. Nobody plays on Super Bowl Sunday, do they?
The Lakers have before because there was always that running bet: who scores more, Kobe or the Patriots?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, we played the night before the Super Bowl at Golden State, and the day after the Super Bowl at Portland.
Okay.
So
all around it.
Yeah, and the All-Star break starts on the 16th of February.
And
so maybe you could play on that trip.
And
to
the
Golden
trade
State.
deadline is the 8th of February? Does it sound right?
9th, I think.
9th of February?
Lakers play Milwaukee that day. That'd be great if AD can play because the Lakers beat Milwaukee in Milwaukee with AD.
And
by the way, if LeBron plays in every game, that's the night a lot of people have circled that he passes Kareem.
Game, exactly.
And we're going to dinner on the 8th, the night before.
Oh, that's right, with the big head honcho guy.
He's probably coming at it for that game.
Yeah,
because he lives in Milwaukee.
All right, so Winston Churchill having dinner with Lady Astor.
Okay. I'll fake it and pretend I know who that is.
Okay, I have no idea who it is either. So Lady Astor looked at Winston Churchill, who'd had a few, and said, "You, Mr. Churchill, are drunk." And Churchill answered back, "And you, Lady Astor, are ugly, but I shall be sober in the morning."
That's similar to the Orson Welles comeback.
It is. All right, so I came across this nugget. I think this is interesting. A lot of people saying, well, should the Lakers make a move? Should they not make a move? All that kind of stuff. Should they use their assets? Blah, blah, blah. So this is according to Sean Devaney.
Okay.
Who is with
Heavy.com.
Somebody. Heavy.com.
Heavy.com.
He's been around covering the league for a long time. He says, according to a Western Conference executive who spoke with Heavy on Sports, the Lakers are unlikely to trade away their future in order to improve the current iteration of their roster, a move which Jeannie Buss supports. I think, honestly, it's the only way to go. I don't think there is a deal on the table right now for the Lakers, or will be a deal on the table by the 8th of February or whatever the trade deadline is. that is going to make them an instant contender for a championship. And if you can't be an instant contender for a championship, you've got to hang on to those number one picks. You could trade Beverly and Kendrick Nunn and do some, make an addition around the margins. But I don't think they move those picks or should move those picks until this summer when they see who pops free on the market, whether it be a guy like Damian Lillard or it's a guy like Bradley Beal.
I'm kind of 1 foot in your camp and 1 foot in the other camp.
Okay.
LeBron is playing out of his mind.
Yep.
If LeBron is playing like he is now, and if you can get Anthony Davis back to playing the way he was, don't you kind of owe it to those two guys to improve your team now?
But you don't owe it to them to blow the future on them now.
Why not?
Because do you see a player out there that's going to be the transformational guy that's going to put them over the top and put them into a championship caliber team? I don't think that. I mean, I think right now they're going to make the playoffs. I feel pretty strongly they're going to make at minimum the play in. Okay. I think they could be the 7. I think they could be the 8. I think there's an outside chance they could be the 6 if Anthony Davis.
I think they're only like 2.5 games out of the 6. Look that up, Bergman. How many games out of the 6 are they?
But here's the thing. You've got to – I don't think there's a player that you can add right now that is going to make them an instant championship contender that's out there on the market.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who's willing to trade. Like, there's the teams you got to watch are the teams that –
are tanking.
Or teams that thought they were going to be good, and it turns out they're not. Chicago.
Right.
Atlanta. Portland. Trying to think of who else would fit that description. Teams that had like
high hopes.
Charlotte.
Phoenix.
Phoenix is a great one. Phoenix is like completely circling the drain now. I think they're like 2-13 in their last 15 games.
Okay, so here's it. Let's take Phoenix. So
would you give up one of those picks for Jay Crowder?
No,
I would.
You would give up one of the first-round picks for Jay Crowder is worth a first-round pick? I don't think he is.
Well,
I mean, the Spurs are apparently asking for 2 number 1s for Jakob Poeltl, which you're never going to get.
No, I don't even know if I'd give him 1.
I mean, he's a decent player.
The question is,
you would give up a first-round pick for Jay Crowder?
If it depends what else was involved in the deal. Could you get a second player or another pick from the Suns? Could you send somebody that you don't want in addition to that package to make it work? I think Jay Crowder's a good player, but I'd have to see the whole trade. I would not, and it sounds like you are, I would not rule out trading those picks just on principle. I think you got to hang on to them and see what comes your way.
Right. I want to save those picks for when you can actually add a transformational player who's going to be good not just this year, but beyond.
But the question is, there's no guarantee you can do that in the offseason.
No, but there's no guarantee. Do you really want to spend a pick now and then realize you get to the summer and I've got no way to improve my roster?
I'll say two things about
Crowder.
this. I'll say 2 things about your take on this. Number one, I don't think the Lakers are ruling out anything. I don't think they're saying, like you had at one point, Jeannie Buss has signed off on hanging on to the picks. I think Jeannie hands control of the basketball decisions over to Rob and says, do what you got to do. And I think Rob never rules out anything. I think he said, well, if somebody presents me with the right offer, of course I would trade the picks.
By the way, and I agree with that. I'm just saying it ain't Jay Crowder.
Right. Well, I'm not saying it is for Jay Crowder, but you said I would hang on to those 2 picks unless I can get a
transformational player.
Not going to happen. I don't think a transformational player is going to move at the deadline.
Will in the summertime potentially.
See what's out there. See what happens. I'll be surprised if they. And the second thing I'll say is I'll be surprised if they don't make some move.
Agreed. I mean,
every year Rob's been here, he's made a move.
I think Pat Bev plus Kendrick Nunn plus a second-round pick for a player along the margins. By the way, that would be able to get probably a deal like that. You would get Jay Crowder.
And Greg, what website was this from? Heavy.com.
But Sean Devaney's been around for a long time.
Okay. And this is not to disparage Sean or anybody else, but anybody that's saying the Lakers,
quoting, by the way, Western Conference executive.
Okay, the Lakers are doing this, and Jeannie has signed off on it. I seriously doubt, because Jeannie and Rob don't talk.
They don't talk?
They talk to each other. They don't talk to us. They don't talk to the media. They don't do it.
No.
So nobody knows what they're thinking.
If I wanted
that's intentional.
But if I wanted Jeannie on, she'd come on.
Didn't you already lose mythical money on this?
If I wanted Jeannie on, she'd come on.
All right. What before would we give him a month? How long do you need?
I need till the end of next week.
Okay. How much?
I will bet. Oh God, 25,000 mythical dollars.
Okay.
20. Okay.
You're taking it, John?
Yeah.
By the end of next week, you're here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Greg, you can just give me that money now.
Serious.
I mean, what are you going to ask her? I mean, you're going to ask her real questions?
Well, sure. We'll ask her real questions.
Okay.
Do it on a day when I'm not here.
Right.
Seriously.
Well,
that can only get me in trouble.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Are you going to ask them real
no,
questions?
but Mason will.
Yeah, I know Mason will, but you won't.
Well, no, he can't.
I know he can't. No, I'm not saying won't. Sorry.
No,
won't
just
was
do
the wrong
it.
choice.
What day do I fly to Boston?
Friday.
Shoot for that day.
Talk to Mason.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll talk to Ramona before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have Momo that day?
We do have Momo that day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so 25 grand on the line.
Look at Jorge. Jorge's like, oh,
I'm loving this because it's not going to happen.
It's definitely happening. Come on,
So
Jeannie,
you have
come
to do
through
it.
for
So you
me.
have to do it next Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, and it has
So
to
you
be.
have
It has to be
you have a
next
week and a
Friday.
half.
Okay. All right.
No, you can do it on any day. You got to do it when it works for her.
Right. All right.
Sure. Okay.
So Ireland, you have got this.
Okay, so
pop
no, this
culture
could
thing.
be fun. Coming up next, the Denver Nuggets took their two best players, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, and had them do a pop culture trivia contest. It's only 5 questions. Now, I've seen it, and Jorge has seen it, but Bergman and Mason have not. So we're going to give the quiz to you, to Bergman and Mason. It's a competition between the two of you. Now, Jorge, you and I have agreed to bet mythical money on who will win the pop culture contest. What do you want to bet and how much and on who?
I got $5K on Greg.
All right.
Oh,
On
boy.
Greg?
On
I
a
am not
pop
good with pop
culture.
I actually have a podcast called the Culture Pop Podcast.
Right.
All right.
That's fine.
I will also bet $5,000 on Greg.
Okay.
Oh man,
Now-
you're putting way
now,
too
but
much
here-
trust in me
Okay,
here.
yeah, but
With pop culture.
if we lose, the $10,000 goes to Mason.
Okay.
Okay.
So do I get the 10 grand if I win?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys lose 10 grand no matter what.
No. We'll just give you $10,000 for taking care of us and take $10,000 out of Mason's account if he loses.
Yeah.
How's that?
And
Wait
then
a
I
minute.
lose. And then I lose 10
made
grand.
a bet that I didn't even say.
Right, me
yeah,
too.
I'm
I'm
gonna
losing
lose-
10
I'm
grand
gonna
too.
lose
You don't
10K
think you're
for a
going
bet I'm not
to? You
gonna-
don't think you're going to lose to Bergman in a pop culture contest, do you?
5 questions.
I don't want to lose 10 grand to a thing that I don't think I'm going to win.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't think you're
right.
going to win?
No.
All right, then I'll bet on.
boy.
Okay, then I'm changing my bet. I'll bet on
me
Mason.
too. I'll bet on
I
Mason.
want somebody who believes in
Bergman
himself.
told me he doesn't think he's going to win.
All right, there it is. I got $5,000 on Mason. You got $5,000 on
Okay.
Bergman. We'll play next.
Okay, we'll do it
You
next.
better not screw me.
I'm going to try not to. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
And it is Mason in Ireland. Your Wednesday afternoon. Lakers are back on the court tonight at Crypto.com. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. with the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off with Slee. Tip-off at 7:30 p.m. Hear all of it on your flagship radio station of Lakers basketball, 710 ESPN. LeBron tracker, he's sitting at 316 points. We'll see how many he puts up tonight against the Kings. Right now, Mason in Ireland continues your Wednesday on 710 ESPN.
All right, so explain this, John.
All right, so the Denver Nuggets, for their video board, I was at a game at Denver last week.
Right.
So they played a game of pop culture trivia between Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
We'll play it for you in its entirety. It's only a minute and 40 seconds.
Okay.
After I give the quiz to you.
Okay.
So here's the quiz. It's your name is your buzzer. You can buzz in any time. I will ask the question, and the first guy to answer it correctly gets the point.
Okay.
There are 5 of these. All right. I have $5,000 bet mythical money on Mason. Jorge has $5,000 bet on Greg.
Yeah.
So someone is going home
There's
a
some
winner,
dumb money out
and
there.
someone is going home a chump loser.
Jorge has enough money. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, these are all pop culture questions. Okay.
All right, I'm
Question 1. Ross, Rachel,
Mason.
Mace.
Friends.
Correct. Mason takes a 1-0 lead.
Okay.
All right. Question 2. Drake got his start on what Canadian TV show?
Greg.
Greg.
Oh, it's oh no, it was
5,
on Nickelodeon, and it was
4,
Mason.
I can't
3,
think of the name.
2, 1, Mace.
I'd just throw Boy Meets World.
No, it was
No.
oh, jeez, I can't think of the name.
It's called Degrassi.
Degrassi. Oh,
Okay.
God, I knew that one.
All right.
Damn.
I didn't watch it, but I knew
There we
it.
go.
Damn, Bergman.
Now we might need a tiebreaker.
Yeah, we
All right. Okay. What are the names of all 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja
Greg.
Turtles? Greg.
Donatello.
1,
Raphael.
2,
Michelangelo.
3.
Leonardo.
Boom!
1-1, baby.
Yeah.
Never would have gotten that in a million years.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
All right, here we go.
Turtles.
Here we go. What does the term no cap mean?
Greg. Not lying.
Correct. Oh, no lie or the truth.
I
Mason.
listen to Factor Cap every day,
Yeah, and
too.
you should know that. Oh, that's a cap.
Okay.
It's not a cap.
That's
It's
not
cap.
A cap. It's D cap.
2-1.
Okay.
Okay. Finish this lyric. I just met you, and I know it's crazy, but here's my number.
Mason.
Greg.
So call me maybe.
Was I not in there?
No, absolutely not.
Mason, you just lost me $5,000, you jerk.
Carly
good job,
Rae
Greg.
Jepsen.
And by the way, you said you weren't going to win, you jackass.
I
you, man.
was just slow playing you, John.
I would have
slow
never
playing
gotten
you.
Teenage Mutant Ninja. I thought
right.
I did have that one.
Just if you would have watched Degrassi one
Yeah,
time. All right,
one
here's how,
time.
I
here's
should've
how it
gotten
played
that
out.
one.
We'll listen to this. This is a minute
Is there
and 40.
one last question?
No.
Oh,
Greg
that
just
was
won.
5. Okay.
Yeah, and here's how it played out in Denver.
I'm here with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. We're going to ask these guys a couple questions about pop culture related stuff over the last few decades, and we're going to see which one of them wins.
No, it's not going to be even close. I don't know anything about.
There might be some Serbian.
Yeah, but
Ross,
Jokic didn't grow up in
Rachel,
America.
Jen.
Friends.
There it is.
You got
See,
the
you
friends
wanna read
question.
Drake got his start on which Canadian show?
The musician, you know.
I think I do Degrassi.
1-1. Murray got that.
What are the names of all 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Raphael.
There's 1.
Jamal.
You have 10 seconds. 1,
No, hold on, bro.
4, 5, 6,
Leo?
7.
There's 2.
I got 2 though.
Donatello, Michelangelo,
Oh, Donatello.
Raffaello, e Leonardo.
Jokic
There it is.
2-1.
gets the
All right,
Turtles.
what is this?
What the hell is that?
Oh, they put up a picture
It's a toy. It's a
of
puffy toy.
a
Puff,
Furby.
puff
Remember
toy.
what a Furby
Oh, I
was?
remember those,
No,
sure.
sir.
But neither one of them knew what it
That is
was.
a
Right.
Furby.
A Furby, I know you.
What does the term no cap mean?
I mean, like, no cap. Like,
Good job.
like it doesn't, like you're capping. Like, the point for me right now.
No, I didn't understand.
Like, no lie. Like, no
Yeah,
lie.
no
Just
lie. Okay, there it is.
Obviously. Like, no cap,
2-2.
bro.
I didn't know. Yes, I don't
All right, so it's 2-2, and this decides it.
No, I don't have a cap. I'm the cat.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Finish the lyric.
Yes.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
But here's my number, so call me maybe.
There it is, Jamal Murray.
That's a popular song.
Murray wins it 2-2. So in this scenario, Greg Bergman is Jamal Murray, and you're a two-time defending
I will take
MVP
it.
who loses.
Yes, I will take it.
Cost me
Always
$5
take the
grand.
W.
Yeah.
Always take the W.
I'll be Jokic, you be Murray.
Thanks for the
Jackass.
$5 grand, John. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
That was ridiculous.
So you gave $5 grand to Bergman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because you said you were going to win. And
Call me maybe. I would have gotten it. I thought I was in there.
no, it was Bergman. He got. Trust me, I was tilting the game towards you. I wanted to win. Greg got there first. Don't you think so?
I
All
can
right.
review it. You want me to pull it? I'll find it.
Yeah, pull it just
Yeah,
because
find it,
that's
pull it.
my
Pull it
only
because
hope.
That's the whole ball game.
Yeah. If oh wow.
It was based on that.
So you know what this is?
What?
It's like an NBA game. We're stopping
Oh,
the
stop.
show
Let's get
for
a
review, and it takes.
Get
It's
out
gonna.
the Microsoft
and it's gonna
Surface
take the rest of the
tablet.
show.
It's going to take 20 minutes, and the game's going to
And there's a
stop,
chip in
and
the
it's going to
ball.
be awful.
Why don't we use the chip in the
Why
ball?
don't we use the chip in the ball?
Yeah, just ridiculous.
Oh, Jorge's got it.
Okay, here we go. Listen. Finish this lyric. I just met you, and I know it's crazy, but here's my number.
Mason.
Greg.
Greg was there.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Damn it.
Greg was there.
After review,
Let's.
Greg was there first.
The call on the
After
field
review,
is
the call on the
confirmed.
field is
Call
confirmed.
on the field stands.
And you don't have any challenges left.
No,
No.
Here's my
Stands means
challenges.
there was not enough evidence.
You lose a timeout.
Confirmed is confirmed.
Yeah.
You lose a timeout.
Yeah,
You-
exactly.
yeah, you lose.
All right, so the Clippers have lost 8 out of 10. We got them next week, right? Lakers play
Yeah.
the Clippers next week.
Yeah,
It's the
but-
Lakers home game, right?
Yeah, we hardly ever beat them, though.
You
I
know, I saw this nugget out the other day. LeBron has scored 40 points against every team except the Clippers.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's coming next week.
That changes next week.
We're going to drop 40 on them.
So
no problem.
Paul George, this quote is out there attributed to Paul George. It's now. Urgency starts now. We've got to start playing with some desperation. Paul George out tonight. There's some desperation for you.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
I've been sitting on this thing, and we teased it in our promos, but the mid-season survey of all NBA writers. There are a bunch of different subjects in here. The big one is what two teams are expected to go to the finals,
All
at
right.
least according to these NBA writers.
Do you want to just now, or you want to do it coming on the other side?
We'll do it
All right.
coming up next. Good idea.
Because I haven't read it, but I have an idea.
Okay. We will do that coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. All right. Hey, thanks a lot for listening today. You probably get tired of seeing Ireland during these breaks and Ireland saying, hey, download the... No. Today, I've got the camera, and we got big stuff planned. Like Stephen A. Smith telling a story about Kobe Bryant this morning on the Howard Stern Show. Fascinating stuff. And NBA midseason preview. Who are the writers' picks to win the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference this year? And Mychal Thompson's hanging out, too. He's going to say something stupid, I guarantee it. It's the song that did me in.
Did you in? You didn't lose any money.
Damn you, Carly Rae Jepsen. All right, so we've got the NBA, a select number of beat writers for NBA.com.
Michael will be good at this.
Right on time.
Okay, good.
NBA.
All right, so Michael just walked in.
Winston Churchill had a lot of nerve.
Winston Churchill had a lot of
You ever
nerve.
looked in the mirror calling somebody ugly?
Winston Churchill calling somebody ugly.
Lady Astor.
Yeah. Lady Astor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you see Lady Astor?
Well, she was a handsome woman.
Okay, so I find this one interesting. This is, again, the NBA midseason survey. Who's on track to be Coach of the Year?
All right, Mike, let's think about this. Mike Brown's in the running for turning that perpetual doormat of a franchise into something.
Yeah.
The guy in Boston, because he inherited the job of weak Joe Mazzulla, would be a possible Coach of the Year candidate. Mike Malone in Denver has the Nuggets at the top.
Jacques Vaughn for turning the Nets around.
Ooh, that might be it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Jacques Vaughn for turning the Nets around.
Yeah, that might be it. Jacques Vaughn, okay.
Okay. Who is on track to win the Sixth Man of the Year award?
Russell Westbrook.
No, I don't think
he did receive votes, but
yeah, who's better than Russell?
Okay,
no, he's among others receiving votes.
Okay, so is this, just tell us, Eastern Conference or Western?
Western Conference.
Somebody in the West has been better than Russell off the bench. I can't think of anybody. Can you? See there, exactly.
No, I'm going.
Go hold the Lakers' record against Russ. They've been injured.
Yeah, but they're going to go for a good team.
Please,
Michael.
I'm trying to think.
Yes, exactly.
Dallas,
Russell Westbrook,
San Antonio, Denver,
Golden State.
Golden State. They got.
It's Jordan Poole.
It's Jordan Poole.
Yeah, I didn't even think about
significantly.
that.
Jordan
Really?
Poole.
Yeah. Jordan Poole starts half the time because
exactly.
Steph and Clay are always out.
Jordan Poole has 33%. Malcolm Brogdon 23%.
He's going to win it.
Okay.
Russell's been better than him. Russell's been triple-doubling off the bench.
Yeah, but the Warriors don't have that good of a record.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll give it to Russ over him.
Rookie of the Year is a slam dunk.
Banchero?
No, what about Mathurin from Indiana?
He's second.
Yeah.
Mathurin.
Here's the way it goes. Paulo Banchero. It's Banchero, right?
Banchero, yeah.
97% say Banchero.
97%. And then
3%
Mathurin.
say Mathurin.
Yeah, the other person you would consider we're going to see tonight, Keegan Murray, but he's not as good as Banchero.
Okay. MVP. Who's on track to win MVP?
I think I think the national media will say Tatum because he hasn't won it before, and the Celtics have the best record.
Jokic has been much more impressive.
I'll say Tatum. He says Jokic. Are either one of us right?
It's Doncic.
It's Luka.
Yeah,
okay.
it's Luka.
Yeah, he's been good.
Luka's 43%. Jokic is 40%. Tatum, by the way, is 7%.
Wow.
It's Jokic.
Is it Jokic?
No, I asked the guys in Denver. It's Jokic.
It is Jokic.
Matter of fact, that thing we just played with Jamal Murray, at the end of it, he goes, Yoke, I beat you.
All right.
Yeah, it's Jokic.
Okay, now, who are the favorites? Who's the Eastern Conference favorite to go to the finals?
Got to be Boston, right? Unless it's Brooklyn.
I'd say Brooklyn if they're healthy.
I'll say Boston.
Boston, 57%. Who's second?
Brooklyn.
Not Brooklyn.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, yes. Brooklyn third, 10%, and the Clippers fourth at 3%.
Clippers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
That's who will win everything. Who will
Boston.
win everything.
Clippers are still in it?
Clippers.
They look horrible.
Yeah, they've lost 8 out of 10. They don't look good at all. Team from the West that will play in the NBA Finals.
Team from the West?
This is hard because you could pick. The national media is going to say if everybody's healthy, and I think if everybody's healthy, the team they would pick is the Clippers.
No, they don't look that. They don't look like they're in sync. Even with Paul George.
So who would you pick?
Right now, Denver.
Who is it?
Clippers, 34%.
Yeah.
Denver, 30%.
Because in theory, the Clippers have an incredibly deep roster, and they have Kawhi and Paul George, but these guys never play together.
And then I kind of gave this away. Boston is the team most believed to be in the Eastern Conference Final, or in the NBA Finals from the East. Boston 57%, Milwaukee 33%, and Brooklyn 10%. Brooklyn's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the bottom of something. Apparently, you were on Travis and Sliwa earlier for Ask Michael.
Yes. Great advice I was giving out.
Okay, and they asked you yesterday. I told the soup story in Las Vegas,
right?
And they were asking you about it, and they asked this question, and I've been curious about this. For someone who is so germ conscious, how could you put your finger in someone else's soup?
Because Billy ordered a lobster bisque, and you know how Billy Mack is. Bill McDonald. Everybody knows Bill McDonald, the face of the Lakers TV. he can't be in a room of people and not make the rounds, not circle the table and go shake hands like,
Right,
like he's campaigning.
Well,
Right?
maybe there were
He's
flight
a
attendants
schmoozer.
at that restaurant.
No, it was just a bunch of us.
Yeah.
About 13, 14 of us. Anyway, he's out shaking hands, kissing babies, and the soup was sitting next to me getting cold. So I'm figuring there's no way he's going to eat this lobster biscuit room temperature by the time he comes back, right? Because it's not as good. So just sitting there going to waste.
Yep.
I said, I can't let this go to waste. I at least taste it. So I just stuck my finger in it and tasted it. Now, I just want to know who ratted me out because I looked around to make sure no one... You?
Ireland.
You're the snitch?
No, well, I told the story
Gee.
yesterday. I can't remember if I told the story on the day it happened, but if you stick your finger in a soup and we're at a dinner with 14 people...
It's disgusting, Michael. Why you are so
Yeah,
conscientious about
why wouldn't you use your
cleanliness?
spoon?
If you don't see anybody do it, you'll still eat it, right? Think about what happens in the back of the kitchen when we don't see
If I
happening.
don't see anybody, yeah.
Am I right, Jorge?
Yeah,
we
he's
don't know.
absolutely-
But it was
He's
at a
not wrong.
table full of people.
But
You
nobody
really
saw it.
expected
I
no
looked
one-
around
Did
to
Billy
make-
go on to eat the soup, or did he find
can't
out?
remember.
Yeah, he took a few sips. Plus, my fingers have a lot of Purell on them.
Oh yeah,
That's
sure.
true.
Sure they
Yeah.
are. Sure
So-
they are.
But,
But-
if you, of all people, like if
But
somebody...
why would you rat me out on
But
it?
if somebody said there were 14 people at a table and someone did this, I literally would have ranked you last.
Wait, Ireland couldn't live in the barrio, huh? He snitched on everybody. He did it, officer. He did it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just in shock that you, who will not set foot on a hotel room floor,
Yeah.
because you're
Would
worried
do
about
that to poor
germs,
Billy Mack.
would do that to someone else's soup.
Number one, I didn't think he was going to eat the soup by the time he came back because it's going to be cold. So I figured he's going to just let it go to waste, and I didn't want it to go to waste. And by the way, talking about the hotel, you guys got to get off my case about this hotel. Have you ever? We stay in 6-star hotel rooms, right, Ireland?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone in the hotel rooms and look at the couch and see the stains on them things?
Sometimes.
There you go. So you think there's stains on the floor too?
Maybe.
There you go. So
Do you
Live
think
a
this?
life of fear.
Yeah, but do you think the stains on the floor are somehow going to transfer into your body and cause
Yes,
parasites?
they cause
Through the
infections.
soles of your feet.
Yeah.
If you cause infections, that's how you get infections.
Yeah, why-
You know, Trudell sits on
Nutty.
those couches in shorts, basically in
I don't even.
speedos.
I don't even notice. The one thing I do is I take off the decorative pillows.
Oh yeah, got to do
and
that.
The
See,
bedspread.
so you're just as bad as me.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'll sit on
I
the
don't take
couch.
off any of those things.
I don't take
You,
my.
you lay on the quilts,
I don't wear.
I don't lay. I just fold it down.
But you still
and
lay
get
on it.
under the. Well, probably just get in a bed.
The quilts are
Ireland.
filthy.
Do you know what can
Yeah.
be stains or anything? And from you know what?
Yeah, the quilts are filthy.
No, what? Don't
Yeah.
answer that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so there's an eternal question. We watched Tom Brady flail
I
miserably
know.
in that game on Monday night.
He looked old.
Yep.
He did.
Couldn't move.
The world
And
caught
that's
up
the
to
new
him.
Raiders quarterback.
Yeah. Now, so Ireland thinks he's going to keep going. I think he's done. Don't
Yeah,
you, Michael?
Yeah, he needs to be done. After what we saw on Sunday, that was it. On Monday night, that was it. Come on, Tom. Enough's enough.
Enough's enough.
You can't move anymore.
So there's been this eternal debate. Was it Belichick or was it Brady?
Oh, Brady.
Who was responsible?
Brady.
Brady? Ireland? Who was responsible for the great Patriots runs?
And I have to pick between the two.
Belichick or Brady?
Brady.
Yeah. Bergman, are you on Belichick or Brady?
I think it was Brady.
Okay,
The quarterback makes the plays.
Here's some stats. Here's some numbers. Belichick without Brady as a starting quarterback. 10 years, 2 playoff berths, 1 playoff victory.
There you go.
That's without Tom
We
Brady.
rest our case.
Brady with Belichick as a head coach. Or without Belichick as a head coach. So in other words, since he went to Tampa. 3 years, 3 playoff berths, 5 playoff victories, and counting.
If he keeps
and of course
going.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There's no question that the magic was Brady much more so than
Oh,
Belichick.
Yeah. Now you need a coach. Every team needs a coach to lead the choir. Michael Jordan needed Phil Jackson. Magic needed Pat Riley. So the coach is important, but it's mostly falls on the players.
Every good coach in my lifetime credits the players for their success.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Except Belichick, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all me.
Exactly.
And Mace would be like that too if he was a coach. It's
Yeah,
all
but
me.
yeah, of course
No,
we
I would
won.
not.
I'm
You
here.
wouldn't be?
I would defer everything.
You think this whole the success of this show is all about you?
No,
over Ireland and Bergman.
Wait a minute. Whenever I'm called upon to give some sort of speech, I always say, and you never do. I always say, well, it's the friendship of John Ireland and I that have made the show successful for many years. Your name actually comes first in my quote. And you...
But on the show, it never comes first.
on the show, it never comes first. Correct.
There you
But
go.
when I'm asked for, like when we did our new contracts, and I sent out a quote, and you were like, that's a stupid quote.
Yeah, because I think the quote I sent out was, I can't believe these morons at ESPN LA gave us more money. And Mason was like, It's the greatest place to work ever, and my friendship with John Ireland is over 30 years, and I feel very fortunate to be here.
So funny.
And my quote was,
It's
I
not
can't believe
phony.
we fooled these guys into giving us more
real.
money.
Honestly, that's
Really?
real. Sure. Are you kidding me?
That's sincere.
It's not Mason and Ireland without Ireland.
Well, that's true, yeah. But you think it's more Mason than Ireland.
Well,
It's more like
although
60-40.
64. Well, it's kind of 60-40. Yeah, it is.
It's
Although,
all right.
you know, Mason made a plea this week. He wants us to be in the Radio Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I would decline.
No,
Why?
you would not.
But I will let Mason accept on my
Oh,
behalf.
he would definitely do that. But why
Yeah.
would you decline? You
I'm just
deserve
not
it.
into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Not into being in the Radio Hall of Fame?
I don't. Unlike you, I don't do it for the
I
awards.
do it literally for the award.
Yeah, just good to be recognized for your success.
You know who the president of the Radio Hall of Fame is?
Yeah.
Craig Kitchen.
Yeah, great guy.
Craig, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Craig, are you out there? I don't even know.
He
if
is out there.
I don't even know if we've ever been nominated.
I don't even know how you get.
I don't know.
nominated.
Bergman, why are we not nominated for the Hall of Fame?
Because
Will you look into that?
Make some
Yeah, I'm
calls.
looking at
bro.
it right now.
Greg, get right on that. Will
hold
you?
on, let me get it. Just I'll call it on the air. How about
Call
that?
Craig. Yeah, call him
And
on
also
the air.
a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Now, Mace. Okay, what if you had the choice of either but not both? Star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame or Radio Hall of Fame? Which one would you take?
Walk of Fame.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Walk of
See,
Fame.
I'm already on it.
Oh yeah.
You are? For
I'm
what?
one of Hollywood's big guns.
For what?
There was an actor named John
Oh,
Ireland,
Ireland, yeah.
who got a star in the Hollywood Walk, because
That's right.
everybody thinks it's me.
Yeah,
It's
really?
not. But so if Mason got a star, it would make us equal.
Well, ask Jim Gray how to get one.
Hello, Craig. Craig.
Yeah. Well, okay. Wait. What's your pitch? Craig's one of the great guys of all time.
Oh, he's not picking up.
I'll pretend that I'm Craig Kitchen. Hello, Craig Kitchen.
Yeah, this is the general manager at 710 ESPN.
Wait, I know everybody that works at 710. What's your name?
Sam Pines.
This isn't Sam Pines. I don't. Is this Mason?
You can't
Steve.
nominate. You can't nominate yourself.
Steve, what
for
can
the
I
Hall
do
of
for you? You know I'm one of your biggest fans.
Really, Craig, we have been doing this for a long-ass time, and we would like to be in the Radio Hall of Fame. How do we submit our names for potential inauguration? That
Well,
would
first,
be right.
it costs $10,000. Are you okay with that?
Ireland has so much money. He's building houses all over the place.
See, because
He's
I
loaded.
talked to Ireland last week at a Laker game, and he says he has no interest in being in the Hall of Fame.
Well, we started a Kickstarter campaign. Yeah, no, I do think about things like that. You don't think about legacy. I always think about legacy. What are people going to remember? What are people going to think? What are people, I don't want to just disappear.
Mm-hmm. I think you're going to whether you want to or
No,
not.
the Culture Pop podcast will keep going long after I'm done here.
Well, you know what Mason figured out one day, Michael, is that with all this, did you see Top Gun Maverick?
So good.
That movie was so overrated.
Did you,
God,
but you saw it?
I saw it. I watched it on my flights. It's like, this is ridiculous. So cheesy. Come on.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
I thought it was great.
But in that movie, did you know that
you can't fly through a canyon like that? You'd pass out.
Okay, so you.
I hate that crap. At least make it realistic.
They were actually in fighter jets doing
Michael,
that.
When Robert Redford hits the home run and the lights all break in the natural, do you think that's realistic?
That could happen because Barry Bonds could hit it that far.
Oh, there were fireworks.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on. You don't hit the lights and there go fireworks.
Yeah, but I mean, the movie's...
At the end of Rocky, do you think that Apollo Creed and Rocky could do a double knockout? Has that ever happened in the history of boxing?
They get shot down and they steal an F-14 out of a whole hangar.
Oh, it was just sitting there.
I was like, come on, man. Make it realistic.
But
Make it like did you see the movie The Lone Survivor? When the
Is that
guys
the one with Bradley Cooper?
No, he was the sniper,
Mark Wahlberg.
American Sniper.
Oh, he was not American
Lone
Sniper,
Survivor
yeah.
when those
Oh,
Navy
that's Mark
SEAls.
Wahlberg. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Wahlberg wasn't in that. I don't think. But maybe you're right. They went into the hills of Afghanistan. They all got killed, and the guy survived. Now that's realistic. That Top Gun crap was that's like video game crap. And I love fighter pilots, and I love the Air Force, and I wish I could be one. But that was just,
they all got into fighter jets, right?
Oh yeah, I believe they were in the fighter jets, but the mission just seemed a little too far-fetched.
The mission was crazy.
And by the way, that's another thing that drove me crazy.
What?
They kept saying the enemy, the enemy, the enemy. Who's the enemy?
Russians. I assume they were Russian.
Name a country.
They didn't want.
I know, they're so PC.
There to be an enemy.
They're so PC.
Oh, come on.
There was no
There you
enemy.
go.
It was we're taking out this
The enemy.
nuclear.
Yeah, the enemy.
something
Is it
or
the
other.
Iranians milling the nuclear? Is it the Russians? Which enemy?
I just
Say it.
Yeah, they
The North Koreans?
They were very generic.
Yeah, that's
my
true. I didn't
goodness.
even notice that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they were very generic.
Oh, I got
They-
so sick of hearing
They
the
didn't
enemy.
want to pin any country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated that crap.
All right, coming up next for you, we've done the Variety put out a list of the 100 greatest movies of all time. Plus, Bergman has found this new app that he wants me to try, right?
Yeah, I think you'd love it.
We will do that coming up next. Don't forget Lie of the Day. It is Ireland's lie today. Have you told a lie?
I don't know. Have I?
You can win a 4-pack of tickets to see U.S. men's national team versus Serbia next Wednesday.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
Lakers are back on the court tonight at Crypto.com. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. with the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off with Slee. Tip-off at 7:30 p.m. Hear all of it on your flagship radio station of Lakers basketball, 710 ESPN. LeBron tracker, he's sitting at 316 points. We'll see how many he puts up tonight against the Kings. Right now, Mason and Ireland continues your Wednesday on 710 ESPN.
Hey, Mace.
Hey, Michael.
What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common?
A tick and the Eiffel Tower.
I don't know, Michael. What?
They're both parasites.
Parasites, yeah!
Ba-dum-bum.
I like that.
Yeah. How do you follow Will Smith in the snow?
I don't know.
You follow the Fresh Prince.
Oh, follow the Fresh Prince. Okay. All right, hold them. Don't.
All right, I
do
got
them
a
all
whole
at
bunch
once.
of them.
Yeah, I'm always glad when Michael brings the dad jokes. All right, so Bergman, explain this new app thing that you want me to do.
Okay, so I don't know if it's new or not. I just learned about it yesterday,
Okay.
so it's new to me. It's an app. It's called Be Real, and I think it's perfect for you, Mace. John, there's no way in hell you'll ever touch it.
All right, what is it?
It's a social media app, and basically, it's you turn it once a day. It'll have you take a picture of yourself at some right
I'm
now.
already out.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ireland's out.
yeah. So it could happen at 2:33, which is 2:32 right now. And so you would take a picture, and every day, and people can follow you every single day and see what you're doing at random times in the day. So if let's say it happened right now, you would take a picture of you, and it would take a picture of you and your back camera at the same time. So
Right.
you'd have John in the picture
So
also.
you see me
Oh, so
and
not a
you see
selfie.
you.
It's not. It's a selfie, but also what's behind you as well.
Right,
Oh, okay.
both lenses.
So I'm
would
here
go-
and then I'm seeing that.
Right,
Right.
So like
Okay.
if I did it like this,
Yeah.
it'd be me and it'd
What's
be
the
you.
Jorge.
point?
So people just kind of like see what you're doing. It's because social media is so much about filters and all
Yeah.
like it's all fake.
Right.
Like
Right.
you're having those
On a yacht,
wings.
you know?
Yeah, I'm on a
Yeah,
yacht or like the wings
I'm
behind
on an
you.
airplane with the window in the
Hashtag blessed and all
background.
that
Yeah,
stuff. So this is you being real.
Being real.
And you can be real for all the listeners, and everybody can follow you and see what you do at like 7:15
How
at night.
popular is this app?
Very for
The
younger
A lot
generation.
of people are on it.
By the
Yeah.
way, I just thought of a good bet for you
Parker's
and I.
on it.
Next time we have a huge disagreement.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year, anything either one of us post, you have to finish with hashtag blessed.
And Mason, this app with you using it is gonna be bigger. Trust
we're
me.
gonna grow this
yeah.
app?
We're gonna have to grow it out. Yeah.
It's gonna be you.
Okay, I just
Mason's gonna do it.
downloaded the app. Lots of pictures.
So,
and
what I
other
th-
people do it.
Right, what I
so
think
the
is-
idea is here's like ordinary what's going on.
Totally
Not
real.
fancy.
What I think is going to be funny is that in the middle of the day, in the middle of a show, we're going to be sitting here, and you're going to all of a sudden just pick up your camera and take a picture
Take a
because
picture.
it tells you to do it at that exact moment.
Okay.
Oh, the app tells you when to
Yeah,
post pictures.
it's
Yeah.
a different time every day.
It says send a picture.
I don't get it.
Do
Do
it
you?
right now.
Man, you got to be such a narcissist to do this. Unbelievable.
I actually think it's the opposite of being a narcissist.
It is.
Why?
Because you're showing your real life as opposed to the fancy life people like to project
Why
on
do you think
Instagram.
people? Why do you
Hashtag
think people?
blessed.
Why do you think people care?
People do care.
They do?
People are engaged. Do you and care about you?
About what
Of
I'm
course
doing?
they do.
What I'm doing at 2:35 in the
Yes,
afternoon?
what you're doing at 2:35.
Yeah, I think they listen to
We're on
him.
YouTube right now.
I think
People-
they listen
I
to him,
don't-
but they don't care himself out.
We're on
Why do you
YouTube right now, and there are all kinds of comments along the screen. I know we don't necessarily talk about it all the time, but people are talking about the show on YouTube because they want to see what it all looks
So if
like.
I'm at home, I should just show people eating my
Yes.
champagne and nuts.
I want to see what your house looks like.
Do you
I
understand
don't.
how
Take us
big that would
inside
be?
your home.
Michael, people would go nuts for that. Are you kidding?
Really?
Absolutely, 100%.
Inside your home?
Yeah.
Yes. We want to see what it looks like.
Seeing what Michael does,
I want to see how the other half lives.
But they wouldn't see my home. They just see my face and me holding a can of nuts. And me holding my which I will be doing.
I can't get through
I
that.
don't know. I don't know about this one.
No, I think do it for a little bit. I just think you
All right.
specifically
What
would
is,
enjoy
what's,
it.
what's
Don't let
the
them talk you
dumbest
off
app?
it.
Excluding that one, what's the dumbest app you have on your phone?
So
Yeah.
here's one of the things. So I share an account with Juan. So we see the same apps, and he sometimes puts apps on that I don't even know
Okay.
what they are.
So what's the dumbest one that's on there right now?
Okay.
I'm surprised I don't use this one. Or do you have the Soothe app, the massage app? You just
No.
they'll send a masseuse to your house.
No, I've got a regular person.
You got a guy or
yeah,
a girl?
I got a guy. Yeah,
Whoever-
it's actually
whatever.
a guy. It's a deep tissue.
Yeah, I have so many apps that I don't know what half of these do. I'm not
Yeah, because you download an app and then you totally
like
forget about it.
LinkedIn. I'm not even. I got the LinkedIn app. I don't even think I'm signed up for LinkedIn.
Are you on? You're
Maybe
not on
I must
LinkedIn?
be. I must be if I did it. Nordstrom Rack. When's the last time I used that app?
The Nordstrom Rack app?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I got more useless apps on here.
If you order from Nordstrom, they deliver to your house. Is that why
No,
you have it?
you just order. Well, yeah, but you can order. It's like Amazon. I have a Costco app. I can't remember the last time I was in Costco.
I've never been to a Costco. I hear they're amazing. My mom and Leo get food there all the time.
You're a liar. This is not. It's not your lie of the day.
No,
You've
I've
never been to
Never
a
in my life.
Costco.
Never in my
Not
life.
one
have I been
time.
to a Costco. I'm not a member. I don't.
It doesn't matter. You can
Don't you
find.
have to be a member at
You
Costco?
can go in with somebody else that's a member.
I got an accordion app.
An
What's it do?
accordion app.
I can play the accordion.
Let's see.
Listen.
Put it closer to the mic.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, and the accordion app.
Seriously.
That's useful. Yeah, good. My mom played the accordion.
Oh yeah, that was classic. That's a classic instrument.
mom,
I know it's a lost art.
Little Italian
my
girl
father
in
played it
Altoona,
too.
Pennsylvania.
Your mom
Right.
played the accordion?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a big
Played
deal
the
in the
accordion.
50s and 60s.
Yeah. My mom, little Italian girl. All the little Italian girls played the accordion.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a kid, my mom's dream was to learn how to play the piano.
Right.
Okay. So my dad bought her a keyboard.
Yep.
And it literally sat and collected dust.
Mm.
I don't think she ever played it even one time. I don't even know if we got anything for the keyboard.
My grandma played the organ too.
Mm-hmm. My mother did.
She played. Did she play the organ?
Oh, organ and piano. Yeah, my
Yeah.
sisters did growing up.
My
Oh,
uncle Al
yeah.
played the organ, but he was a creep. My uncle Al.
Really?
was-
Why?
Oh,
What's wrong
really?
with him?
Oh, so we
Archie Bunker type.
Okay, I'll tell. You know, it sucks. This is my mom listens to the show every day, so she's going to hear this. So,
Sorry, Donna.
sorry, Donna. So, my aunt, when she passed away, Aunt Mary, had very tall hair,
Beehive.
as they did in the day. Yes,
beehive hair.
and extensions and all that kind of stuff. So, I read her journals. She kept a journal. She wrote every single day, and when I went back to read about her when she was meeting Uncle Al, she said, he was parked outside my house every night, so I felt like I had to marry him. I'm like, Uncle Al was just stalking her. That's what he was parked outside her
Yeah,
house
yeah.
every night?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah, no, it is.
Sounds
It
like
is.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back
Yeah.
to the Future, yeah. So, Uncle Al.
One of my best friends told me a story once that his now wife, they were dating and they were taking a break.
Yeah.
Things weren't going very well. So, but he wanted to get back together with her. So he went over to her house,
Okay.
and she was out on another date.
Ooh.
And she got back with the date, and my buddy was in the house, but he didn't want to know. So he got under her bed.
No!
Okay, and so just stayed there until nothing happened. There was like a first date with Kim and this guy, and so the date ended. The guy left, and my buddy got out from under the bed, and she still married him. I went, "That's a stalker."
That
I mean,
is
most girls
stalkery.
would call the cops. She goes, "Yeah."
Did he tell her he was under the bed?
After, he had to get out. So after
So
the
he
guy
snuck out.
No, he didn't sneak out. He went right. He after the guy left, he crawled out, and and she comes back inside. He goes, "I don't want to freak you out." She goes, "Where were you?" He goes, "I was under the bed."
He told her. Oh,
Yeah.
That is so stalkery.
Isn't that creepy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a stalker?
No, but I remember when you did it, kept you from seeing a no-hitter.
Yes, I had a stalker.
Mason's never seen a no-hitter in person still, right?
Still to this day.
And at the time, we were taking listeners to a Dodger game.
Yep.
And I called Mason, beforehand. I go, "Okay, we're meeting there, right?" And he goes, "You're not going to believe this, but I can't go. There's this guy who's been following me everywhere."
Girl.
It was a girl.
Girl, don't you remember who it was?
Yes, now I do.
Yes.
She actually worked with us briefly.
She did.
Oh, God. And now it's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
And he goes, "If she's going, I can't go. It'll be like the most uncomfortable night of my life." I go, "Well, you can't blow it off." You go, "Yes, I can." And you did.
Yeah,
and
no, she
Ramon
was there.
Martinez threw a no-hitter.
This was before she didn't know you were gay?
No, didn't know I was gay.
I mean, I didn't know he was gay.
Yeah.
Now, I had a dude stalker when I was in New York
Wow.
who knew where I was all the time.
Scary.
I'd get weird phone calls saying, "I saw you at the Majestic Theater last night." I'm
Wow.
like, "Oh, that's so creepy."
Yeah.
I was at the Majestic Theater last
That's
night.
like that Sting song.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
release
right.
that song today.
Everybody loves that song.
I know.
And
Every
Sting
breath
says
you take.
what he does. What people don't realize is that's a song about a
Yeah,
stalker.
every
Right.
breath you take,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
move you
I'll
make,
watch you.
I'll be watching you. Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah, that song.
But what a great record. What a great
Got a
record.
joke from Greg Bergman.
All right, what is
Uh-oh.
Says I phoned my work this morning and said, "Sorry, boss, I can't come in today. I have a week off." You have a week off? Yeah, thanks, boss. See you next week. A week off.
A wee cough.
And he said,
or
"You have
a
a week
week
off."
off.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah.
one of your best.
Oh,
Really?
that was
Bergman.
funny.
That's what Bergman.
That was a funny one. I like that one.
I don't even think that deserved a bump.
Yeah.
Everything deserves a dump.
Yeah, I guess everything does. All right, coming up next is What's Up, Fool? We will do it with Bergman, Mychal Thompson, Mason, and Ireland next, 710 ESPN. Coming up, Sedano and Kev.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You Travis Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
Hospital at Hoag Orthopedic Institute. Orthopedics and spine. It's all we do. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
That new doctor is drop dead gorgeous.
Please.
The segment formerly known as Bobcat. It's time for What's Up, Foo?
What's up, Foo?
Take it away, Carpet Gray.
Thanks, Chris. All right, so Ja Morant is a human highlight reel. We've been playing a lot
Friday.
of his highlights. Everyone, it was
You going to the game, Mace?
Friday night?
Yeah.
Gonna try.
Got to see Ja.
Yeah,
That's
He is worth it. At least stay for the half. Stay for a half, Mace.
Yeah, that's what I generally do.
I'm going to go in March when they raise Powell's banner. But he also has the Grizzlies tied for second best record as of the other day, at least. I don't know what it is right now in the NBA with Denver. The Grizz have won 10 straight. Maybe it's 11. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to it in a couple days. Why isn't Morant an MVP candidate more so?
Well, he missed some games.
He's so good.
Yeah,
defensively too.
He's great. Luka puts up better numbers than Ja though across the board.
Yeah. The Ja is way more exciting to watch.
Well, you said once that you think Ja is as athletic of a guard as we've ever seen in the NBA.
The most athletic guard we've ever seen.
More than a young Westbrook?
Oh, yeah, way more. Russell can't do it in the air with this. You see the dunk he did the other night?
Oh, yeah,
Unbelievable. Russell Westbrook never did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy, man.
I don't know. Jokic is just a machine, right?
Yeah.
He plays all the time. He doesn't miss games.
Yep.
He unbelievable passer.
Yeah.
Fills up a box score like nobody. And Luka's the same. Luka's a highlight reel. I mean, he had that crazy game.
Yep.
Ja Morant would definitely be a top 5 MVP guy.
Yeah,
but
I think he
there's
is.
also a sort of, could Jokic win it for a third straight year?
Why not? Ireland says no.
No, I think he could.
Who's the last guy to win 3 straight MVPs?
Larry Bird.
I think that if Denver finishes with the 1 seed, Jokic has a great chance to pull that off. But I think Denver's got to be either 1 or 2, probably.
But where's Tatum in all this? Isn't Tatum an MVP?
Probably right in the running, especially if Boston wins it.
Top 5
might be his to lose.
Yeah, I think you look at Memphis's team success, too, and you say, well, Ja is obviously a primary igniter of that whole thing, and Tatum for Boston. So, yeah, I mean, I think probably your top 5 in terms of MVP voting are Luka,
Jokic, Ja,
Jokic,
Tatum, and the 5th guy would be...
If the Lakers can get into the top 5, I think you got to put LeBron in there.
LeBron would be if the Lakers could get up higher.
Yeah.
But they got to get up higher.
What's up, Foo?
All right, so remember Alex, the guy with 3 nipples?
Yeah,
Alex, the guy
was
with
in
3
here
nipples.
this week.
They called him
3-Nip G.
3-Nip G. Yes,
Yeah.
3-Nip G.
I found out last night that's not everything that's happened to this guy. He's also been on the show 48 Hours. on an episode called The Snapchat Clue because his college roommate murdered his parents, and the police proved it by following his Snapchat location. The details are gory, and if you want, you can watch it. I'm not going to tell you the details because it's awful.
Yeah, you told me. I can't get that out of my head.
Yeah, it's not good. Episode, if you're interested, but if you have you ever had a friend from the past that turned out to be something that completely shocked you?
Well, Mason has a great story about this that I'll let you tell. That there was a guy on the FBI's most wanted list that used to call your old show every night, right?
Yeah, there was this guy named Drew from San Diego. Used to call when I was working with Rick Schwartz at night on the Mighty 690. This guy, Drew from San Diego, would call. He was always a really entertaining caller. And ultimately, we decided we're going to take a group of listeners to a Padres game. And Drew from San Diego was one of those people. So we got to know him, got to meet him, all that stuff. Then we find out that this whole time, he had been traveling the West Coast and the Southwest and Arizona and New Mexico and stuff, and was robbing banks and was on the FBI's most wanted list. And he showed up at the game with us, but you would never have known that he was up to no good or robbing banks or anything like that. That's probably the most extreme.
Do you
example.
remember how that story ends? There's an epilogue to this.
He gets out of prison.
So I got a text from Rick Schwartz. This was December of 2021.
Right.
I just pulled it up. Drew from San Diego used to call Mason and I when he was, unbeknownst to us, on the FBI's most wanted list. Even filled in for me once, came to Padre games, etc. He served 6 years in federal prison. Contacted me and did some writing for me over the years. Been in my fantasy league for the last 8 years or so. Didn't make changes the last few weeks. Just found out he passed away. Great turnaround story. He had a good job, wife, etc. Sad ending. Now for the amazing part. Hasn't lost in fantasy since he died on November 13th.
Wow.
Beth beat my team this weekend after I lapped the league in the regular season by more than 200 points.
And never made any changes to his team.
Never made the playoffs while he was alive.
Wow.
Somewhere up there, he's in a sports bar laughing his ass off. We're going to send his share of the money to his wife, who has no idea.
Wow. That's an amazing story.
Yeah, so that guy's book I would read.
Oh, that guy's got a great book. I think we've all had friends who, like, I have a couple friends, a couple guys who had been together for 20 years.
Yeah.
Really good friends. And never would have thought that one of those guys would cheat and the relationship ended. And you think, how could that happen? It was such an idyllic relationship. I think we all have friends like that where we think, oh, they're going to be together forever. Well, the greatest case of that is what happened to Vince Wilfork.
Oh, God, did you hear this, Michael?
Vince Wilfork.
This is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. It was Dan Lebitard, who used to work here, now works for a private company called Metal Arc Media, but he still does a show every day. And if you didn't hear this the other day, he had Vince Wilfork on. And Vince has been coming on Dan's show for years, and this happened.
I have always enjoyed the way that you talk about your wife and your relationship. You are very comfortable talking about how you met your wife, how much you love her, how important she is to you, and that's the reason that I asked the question. I've always admired that about you, that you have no problems whatsoever professing your love.
Well, the thing is, I got a new wife now. Me and Bianca didn't make it. So I moved on.
My God.
The best.
Yeah.
Got a new wife.
Yeah, that may all be true, but I dumped her.
Now stop sucking up to me.
Yeah. Oh, God, that's funny.
What's up, Foo?
What's up, Foos? Okay, so every time somebody asks me to recommend a book, I go with The Alchemist. Such a good book, right?
Great book.
So I started thinking, how come they haven't made that into a movie? So if you can make a book into a movie
By the
that has
way,
not been made.
Will Smith owns the rights to make that book.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, the movie.
No, I'm sorry, the movie.
Yeah.
He owns the film rights for The Alchemist.
Oh.
Nothing's happened with it, but he owns
But
the
he's-
rights.
okay.
Got him from Paulo Coelho.
Okay, so if you can make a movie if you make a movie out of a book, what book would that be?
Movie out of a book. What book would it be?
I know, and I know the reason why it hasn't been done, too.
Okay.
John Wooden's book, They Call Me Coach,
Yeah.
is one of the best-selling sports books of all time. And some of his old players have the rights to his life story. And they've pitched it to the studios. But if you think about it, there's never been a movie about John Wooden, ever. And the reason is the guys that own the rights refuse to let the Sam Gilbert story be part of the movie.
Oh, that's got to be part of the movie.
And right, that's what all the studios say.
Yeah.
And these guys are like, nope, can't do it.
Needs to have some salacious stuff in it
Yeah,
to sell
and
it
these
as a
guys,
movie.
if you're going to put Sam Gilbert in the movie, we're not giving you the rights. And so it's never been done.
You know, this is sort of a version of the question. They made a movie called The Art of Racing in the Rain, starring
I heard the
Milo
movie was not
Ventimiglia.
very good.
The movie was not very good. I think they should take another crack at that. That is, if you ask me, my favorite books of all time, number 2 is probably The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein, and they did not do it justice with that. With all,
But once they swing and miss, has there ever been an instance of them trying again?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
But it's such a great book, especially if you've lost a dog or you've got an older dog. It's a great, great book to read. It has a really powerful ending that is uplifting and positive. So that would be Michael. What about you? The Bible?
The Bible's been done. The Bible's been
Job?
done.
What about Book of Job?
Yeah, that'd be a good one. The most patient man
In the
ever.
whale? No, he didn't go. Jonah's the whale.
Jonah was in the
Job
whale.
just had all the crap hit him.
I'd probably do if I did a Bible story. Probably about Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived.
Yeah.
And see what. But
Would you get Mason to play Solomon?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But the only book I've ever read was Jaws. So I guess if I did a movie, I'd do Jaws
Wait a
10.
minute.
The only book you've ever read is Jaws?
From cover to cover, that's right. Only Jaws. When it first came out in 1975 or something like that. So I'd do Jaws 10.
You didn't read Pat Riley's book or Kareem's book or any of those
I got it
books?
at home, but I haven't gotten to them yet.
Wow,
So the theme
I've
of the
read
movie
all
would
those
be
books.
Jaws 10 would be great white sharks coming through the sewer system, jumping up through people's pools and
Oh,
eating
yeah,
them.
that's a good one. That's
Wait a
good
minute,
one.
Michael. You didn't read Jeff Pearlman's book about Showtime, which you're in?
Just my part. Just my
Just
chapter.
my part.
That's it.
Just my part.
Yeah. But
I love that.
I got ADHD, T, whatever that is, because if I ain't got pictures to look at, I start losing focus.
That's not unlike you.
That's,
Yeah, I need pictures.
I can read a book that's less than 300 pages.
Man,
I never read a book that has more than 350 pages.
Oh,
I
geez, you ain't
refuse.
reading the HBO book.
I'm not reading that book. That took you like 3 months to read.
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe more.
Yeah, but I always read short books. That's my and
But
short
see,
chapters
since I
also
always
very good.
since I always read books now on a Kindle, the length is irrelevant because I'm not holding the book. I don't know how
I
big
look
it
at
is.
it on Amazon and say, how many pages is this? That's too many. Like, I would never read a book that's like 500 pages long. I'm sure they're very good, but I need to have this sense of accomplishment that I'm actually getting through a
Yeah,
book.
that can't keep my attention. Too many words.
Yeah, by the way, The Alchemist, not a long book.
Not.
No. And,
It's such a
and
good book,
amazing.
too.
What's
Yeah.
it about, a dog?
No, it's
No.
a journey, personal journey.
Yeah, personal journey, little
Yeah.
kid who finds his personal legend in
Yeah,
life.
exactly. That's what it is.
You obviously
Yeah.
never read
So
the
little
Harry
kid's trying
Potter
to figure out
books.
what he wants to do in life.
Correct.
It's not like every kid.
Michael,
What?
you could probably make it through
So I
this
should
book.
write about how I wanted to be a pilot?
There you go. Yeah, you
Yeah.
should.
Please.
Exactly.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah.
If you don't read books, you can't write one.
Too many words.
How boring would that be? I used to go to the airport and stare at planes.
Your life story is actually interesting.
Yeah,
if
your
you
life
could,
story
if
is
you could find the right
interesting.
ghostwriter, you should write a book.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
no, no.
there's the raft.
Raft, yeah, being discovered in the jungles of the Bahamas.
There's some money you
Accident.
The
got
bag
in
of money in the
Minnesota.
hotel room.
The fact that they came to look at another Thompson and
Yeah.
stumbled into
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, exactly. Found me on the beach in my pearls and my little
Pearls.
diving for conch.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that would be kind of interesting for the first couple of chapters, and after that, people will put it down and throw it
Oh,
away.
Tony Moskal just tweeted, Bobby Knight's Season on the Brink would make a great movie.
Oh, it would.
But again, though, it's a swing and a miss.
Who would play
because-
Bobby?
Well, no, they did it. Remember when ESPN started doing
Right, they did
movies?
a Pete Rose one.
They did, and they did a Bobby Knight one with Brian Dennehy as
Oh,
Knight,
yeah, he
and
did,
it
yeah.
wasn't any good.
Yeah.
So now I
bet
think it's
that one's
done.
long enough ago that you could do it.
I don't know. Like Art of Racing in the Rain was what 7-8 years ago.
Who would
I
play the
think it's
young?
like 3 years ago.
Oh, is
You
it?
guys know all the actors. Who would play the young, volatile Bobby Knight?
Young volatile Bobby Knight.
Who would-
Young volatile Bobby Knight.
Because somebody had to be in their early 30s when he
Yeah,
got the
it
job.
would
He
have
was
to be-
crazy. He was a maniac.
It would have to be.
Who was it? Who'd be
Somebody
that?
who's
Is Christian Bale too old?
Christian Bale is like
But does he look like Bobby?
45.
But does
yeah,
he look
you
like
could
Knight?
make him look like Bobby, and he's nuts.
He's nuts. Remember, he played Cheney with the big. He had the
Yeah.
big prosthetic stuff. He's done all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking
I'm gonna
of.
put that,
That
out
would
on
be.
Twitter. I'm gonna put
Who
that
would
on
play
Twitter.
Bobby
That's a
Knight?
good question. Who would play Bobby?
Could
Knight?
Edward Norton pull it off?
Yeah, probably could.
Probably
Probably
could,
could.
yeah.
He's 40-ish.
Yeah.
40-ish. Do you need somebody young, volatile?
Right.
How old are you talking about?
Well, Bob got the job in Indiana in his mid-30s.
Yeah. I think actually Edward Norton's a good idea.
What's up, Foo?
I can do it, or I can do one more.
Do one more.
Okay. W-2s have come out, and I typically finish my taxes very, very early, as in I'll have them done before January ends. You guys obviously have more things to worry about, but I have a very simple return. Do you think it's smart or stupid for me to finish my taxes early?
As
this is an
soon
easy.
as possible.
Wait a minute. This is the whole answer to that question depends on your answer to this question.
Okay.
Are you getting money back or are you paying?
Getting it back.
Then do it as soon as possible.
Why let the government
They
hold
have
your
your
money?
money.
Yeah.
Now, if you're paying, wait until the last possible second. Don't give
Right.
me. Yeah, Jorge,
File
you're paying.
That's me. I'm paying, man.
Extensions.
W-9s, baby.
Right. Just well, you know,
1099.
Michael and I, and anybody that does what we do, we are in a CPA's dream, an accountant's dream, and here's why. Every time we do a game in another city, we have to pay. We have to fill out probably 25 state tax returns. CPA, CS. Isn't Julie's brother an accountant or something?
But I don't pay taxes.
What are you talking about?
Diplomatic immunity. Bohemian,
First of all,
diplomat.
if that's true, don't repeat it.
Why would you
No,
say
it's
it on the
illegal.
radio?
It's legal.
What's illegal? What's legal?
It's legal.
You're a U.S. citizen now.
Yeah, no, but I'm still a Bahamian citizen too.
So wait a minute.
What? Yeah, if you're
Government wants their
an
pound of
official
flesh.
diplomat of a country, you
You're
don't have to
not
pay
a
taxes.
diplomat of a country.
Bahamas. Why don't you think I?
Why are you? What makes you a diplomat? You're a color commentator. You're not a diplomat.
You're the opposite of a diplomat.
They use me to promote the Bahamas. Didn't you know that?
Diplomats can do anything they want.
Park
too,
anywhere.
Right? Park anywhere.
Well, wait a minute. He acts like a
You do
diplomat.
act like
Park-
one.
He's not allowed to park there anymore.
Are you back to parking illegally downstairs, or do you finally park in a space
I
now?
kind of am this morning. This afternoon. I'm hoping nobody sees where my car is. But yeah, Mace, it works. It's legal.
Hey, Mace, let's try and live that for a week. Just
A
pretend
diplomat?
we're a diplomat.
No, you gotta
walk
be
into restaurants where we don't have
You
reservations.
got to be an official diplomat. It's got to say so in your passport.
It does not say that on your passport.
Bahamas passport, yeah.
It says you're a diplomat.
Yes, of the Bahamas government.
That is ridiculous.
Why wouldn't they use me, Mace? I
The
help
only
promote
thing
the
you ever
Bahamas.
did-
Why would
Me
they
and Rick
use
Fox,
you?
DeAndre Ayton, Buddy Hield, they all use us as Bahamian
Diplomats have
diplomats.
all read a book.
Yeah, and by the way, so we can blame you for the fire festival?
No, I had nothing to do with that. I
No,
was
of
over. I
course
was over
not.
here. I didn't
Yeah.
even know that was going on.
Where were you when we needed you?
There is What's Up Foo for today.
What's up, Foo?
Don't forget, we are giving away a 4-pack of tickets to U.S. men's national team versus Serbia next Wednesday, Bank of California Stadium. If you can identify John Ireland's lie.
You think I've lied yet?
Oh, yeah.
I personally do.
Greg, you think I've lied yet?
I got some.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got something. I
Okay.
got something.
It's interesting.
Red light flashing.
Okay.
Right? Am I right? or
Yeah,
am I
yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
you're right.
All right, interesting question. Do you think the Rams can ultimately become can they usurp either the Dodgers or the Lakers? Think about 20 years from now. And are they at least going to be the third most popular team
Who?
in L.A.? The Rams. We'll get to that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
I was texting with my friend Tim Conway Jr. last night.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got a big promotion,
Yeah,
didn't he?
did get a big promotion.
I think he's doing an afternoon drive.
Yeah. So he texted me and said he thinks that the Chargers' loss on Saturday sets the team back a decade.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah. I think they were already in the back. You asked, is there a chance that the Chargers... Okay, well, think about this.
Yeah.
Well, see, you guys are good at stuff like this.
Uh-huh.
There are 12 teams in Southern California.
Yes.
Okay? 9 of them have won titles. Only 3 have never won a championship. Who are the 3?
Padres.
Right.
Chargers.
Right.
Clippers.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
All San Diego.
All came from there.
All San Diego.
Yeah. You can't be...
So you think it's impossible for the Chargers, even with a sustained run of success, to be
more than one Super Bowl victory?
More than one Super Bowl.
Maybe more than one. But if they win a Super Bowl, I think it'll be like the year the Angels 2002
Correct.
won the World Series.
Didn't really change anything. It was great.
Yeah, they had the spotlight for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic.
Then
it was
they
a great
gave
run
it up.
and all that stuff. But, I mean, still. Here's Mychal Fabiano. Do you know who that is?
Yep.
An NFL
I
guy.
do.
He asked this question. Do you believe the Chargers or Rams can ever usurp the Dodgers and Lakers as the top team in the city or even break into the top 3?
Okay. So what makes this question interesting is that the NFL is an 800-pound gorilla
Correct.
when it comes to in terms of TV ratings, radio ratings, really anything. Football is the absolute king.
Yep.
But Los Angeles is a Lakers and Dodgers town.
Yes.
Because not only of their long history of being here, but their long history of winning multiple titles. The Dodgers and the Lakers have each won, 6-7 titles since they've been in L.A.
Yep.
I don't know how you compete with that. Michael, my sense is that the Lakers and Dodgers will always be 1-2, and everybody else is playing for third.
Yeah, nobody could usurp those two guys.
100%. His question is, does he think they can ever be the third most popular team in Los Angeles?
All right, let me ask a question.
Yes.
Is Lincoln Riley still the coach at USC?
Yeah.
Then no.
He said ever.
How long Lincoln Riley be
Yeah.
at USC?
No, it's true. Now, wait a minute. So, Lincoln Riley hasn't won a championship yet.
Yeah.
I think he will.
I do too.
The Rams have won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the third most popular team in Los Angeles right now?
USC football.
You think USC football over the Rams? By the way, I love both. I love
I don't know,
Trojan
Michael. What do
football,
you think?
and I love the
Bigger
Rams.
deal, USC football or the Rams?
That's a great question. They're both
It's
huge.
close.
Both huge. It's very close.
Bergman, what do you think?
It's USC football.
God,
Michael?
they were so irrelevant for the last.
But they were irrelevant
7
for
or
a
8
short amount of
years.
time. But in the 2000s, they weren't irrelevant.
Yeah. No,
and
correct.
And they weren't irrelevant
think
for
about it,
most
in
of
the
their lives.
2000s,
So the
20
way
years
to
ago.
the way to maybe attack this, Jorge, I'll throw it at you. I give you 4 great seats.
Okay.
To a USC football game, or the next day 4 great seats at a Rams game.
Who's playing who?
Let's say they're both playing great teams. Let's say USC's playing Notre Dame and the Rams are playing
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Or the Niners.
Well, no,
No,
not
it can't be the Niners.
Not
I
be
need
the
to be
Niners
there
for
for sure.
you, but Rams, Chiefs, or USC Notre Dame. Which you can only grab one envelope. Which one are you taking?
I'll go with the Rams.
Greg?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go to a USC game. So
Yeah,
I'll
well,
go with the Rams.
oh, Mace, you're the one to ask because you like both teams.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mahomes or Notre Dame football? Who you want to see?
I try to go to as many USC games as I can. I go to all the Rams games. I'm going to say Rams over Trojans.
Michael, I know you won't go, so it's a TV thing. Your TV only has one channel.
Yeah.
One
you
channel.
can watch USC Notre Dame or you can watch Rams Chiefs.
Much as I like to watch Caleb Williams, man, I got to watch the Rams and the Chiefs.
So there's our answer.
Yeah, NFL is the NFL.
Yeah.
In the end. Lincoln Riley at some point, I think Lincoln Riley at some point is going to be an NFL head coach.
You would think.
Yeah, I mean, I would think after a long
There's
and
very few
successful
guys
run.
that stay in college forever. Like, I would imagine Dabo is at one point. Like, Saban's already done it.
Right.
But if you're comfortable and making $10 million a year, why?
Don't have to recruit.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Ireland, what do you think about? I mean, we're talking about the Rams, but aren't the Raiders still the number 3 team?
In L.A., yeah.
In L.A., so we're talking about in L.A. This is
but
an
I think
LA
the
question.
Rams. I think the Rams will pass the Raiders if the Rams stay here and the Raiders stay
Yeah, I mean,
in
the
Vegas.
Rams, to me, the Rams are the long play.
The long play,
always,
not right now.
Right now, Greg, the Raiders might
Raiders
win
are.
a popularity contest, but if eventually, like, there's a whole generation of kids growing up that are
Agreed.
going to grow up as Ram fans.
Yeah, I mean, I see them at the games. They're little kids. They've got their chains on, and they got their Aaron Donald jerseys on. And
So I
those
live in a
kids are gonna
neighborhood that
grow
has a
up to
lot
be-
of little kids. I never see Charger gear. I see Ram gear. I see Raider gear. I see USC gear. I see UCLA basketball gear. Tons of Lakers. Tons of Dodgers. No Chargers ever.
Yeah. So the original statement sets them back a decade you disagree with?
I just think there's no place to go when you're already in the back.
Right.
What sets them back from where? They're
I mean-
already here.
I mean, I know he's done, he raised the value of the franchise by moving to L.A. and all that stuff, but to me, they're always going to be, I mean, you mentioned it. The Clippers, the Chargers, the Ducks, who am I missing?
Well, there's only 3 teams who've never won a title, and it's Chargers, Padres, Clippers.
Well, why were the Raiders always the Oakland Raiders when they came to L.A. for you?
Why were they
Were
not?
Yeah, they moved.
Well,
from
they left the same year as the Rams. The Raiders and Rams left the exact same year.
But you look at
96.
them as the L.A. Raiders, right, when they were here, but not the Oakland Raiders.
Correct.
But you look at the L.A. Chargers, the San Diego Chargers. So what's the difference?
Those are just old habits to break.
Yeah, it comes out as San Diego Chargers a lot. Can we get anybody on from over there?
Chargers?
Yeah.
After what you said yesterday?
Yeah.
What do you think?
What did I say?
That they're irrelevant and you hate them.
You just said they're irrelevant.
Yeah, but I've been saying that.
You've been saying irrelevant all along. Why would they give you a guess?
Because they know me and they know that you've been
and you've described them as irrelevant.
But you guys are
right,
being
but if they're
hypocrites.
trying to get relevant.
You guys are being hypocrites. You say you will never adopt the Chargers, yet the Lakers and the Rams didn't originate here, but yet we adopted them and loved them.
But when they've been here as long as I've been here.
So it's the same thing. Maybe 50 years from now, somebody's going to say, yeah, I'm a LA
right,
Charger
but
guy.
when we moved here,
They were already
John
here.
grew up here. They were
Right.
already here.
But you're
and
saying,
the Rams, by the way, when I moved here, the Rams were here.
yeah, but they came from Cleveland.
Of course, yeah.
Michael, do you have a
100 years
Do you have
ago.
a favorite NFL team? You kind of root for players.
I root for players, so I was a Ravens guy because of Lamar. And now, who's left in the play? I would say my favorite NFL player left in the playoffs is probably Mahomes. So I'm pulling for the. No, my favorite player is Hurts. I love Hurts. I always thought he was a big time player.
Yeah.
So I asked this question to Michael the other night during the game, so I'll throw it at Greg and Mace. Who's the oldest quarterback left in the playoffs?
Yeah, I couldn't get it. I missed it. I
Oldest
guessed 3-4
quarterback
times
left
and
in the
missed it.
playoffs. It's not going to be
Mace will
Josh
get it.
Allen.
Mace
It's
will
not
get it
going
the
to be
first time.
Mahomes. It's not going to be Burrow. It's not going to be Trevor Lawrence.
You guys.
Do you guys want a hint or
Daniel
no?
don't give me a hint.
Jones
Mace will get it.
and
Is it Dak?
It is
Yes,
Dak.
yeah.
Very
good. Good pull.
29 years old, Dak Prescott.
everyone's under 30.
The average age of the 8 quarterbacks left in the playoffs is 25.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
With Brady going out.
Yeah.
So you think about it, like Matthew Stafford last year, veteran QB, Brady the year before,
Aaron
veteran
Rodgers is
QB,
gone.
Aaron Rodgers is out.
Yep.
All the old dogs are out.
Tell you what, Dak's going to the Super Bowl, Michael.
Think so?
I do.
They could beat the 49ers?
Absolutely.
What do you think, Jorge?
No.
No, man.
way.
49ers got too many
Yeah.
weapons.
They looked.
they
Cowboys looked on fire in that game on Monday.
Yeah, they look good, but boy, out of that pass rush from the 49ers, I know Dak's going to keep them off of him. Those guys are tough.
Cowboys
defense.
fourth in the league in sacks.
And allowing sacks?
No, in sacking.
Committing sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
doing
they're not
sacks.
getting to Brock Purdy. He gets rid of the ball too
Purdy.
fast.
No, they're going to beat him.
He's a Purdy man.
They're going to beat him. I've got, what do I have? 14-1 odds on the Cowboys getting to the Super Bowl.
14 to 1
Are
odds.
you putting
yes.
some mythical money on
I,
it?
how much
By
did
the
I
way-
put on it? 5?
You put
5 times 14
5.
is
Yeah.
a lot.
Jorge, did you
Google it.
Did you put Purdy's reaction to the LeBron tweet
yeah.
in there somewhere?
We got it.
So I was trying to think. Purdy was doing a press conference the other day, and somebody told him that LeBron had tweeted about him, and this was his reaction.
LeBron James fan?
Yeah, LeBron. Yeah,
He tweeted about you.
I did not. I did not.
Said, good game.
LeBron said that. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Nah, that's awesome. That's so cool.
All right, so have you guys ever found somebody super famous knew who you were? Well, that's happened to you, Michael, a couple of times,
No,
right?
sure.
Rick Flair,
Michael's
Rick Flair,
pretty famous.
Yeah, Rick Flair knew who I was, and I was shocked. Bill Russell knew who I was.
Well, Will Ferrell
Right.
was a great one. Will Ferrell even knew who my mom was from her being on the radio.
Wow.
So I still to this day don't. I'm convinced somebody whispered it in his ear.
Yeah.
Who?
But I was walking down the hallway, and Stan Kroenke was coming the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Hi, Stan." He goes, "Hey, John, how are you?"
No.
I think somebody whispered in his ear, "That's John Ireland."
Oh, like they
Yeah, like they do for politicians.
Yeah. This is the ambassador from Saudi Arabia. This is
Kwanda.
That's Steve Mason, and his partner is Juan. Hey, Steve, how's
Yeah,
Juan doing?
yeah.
Good to see you.
This is ambassador from Wakanda.
Yeah.
There's a line in
Or the ambassador from the Bahamas, like me.
Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, yeah.
Where Emily Blunt
The
is
whisperer.
supposed to be standing right behind Meryl Streep telling her who it is, and she goes blank for a second, and Anne Hathaway steps in. He goes, "That's Ambassador Wilcox and Lisa, the woman he left his wife for." And all of a sudden, like right on cue, Meryl Streep goes, "Ambassador,
Yeah.
Lisa, great to see you."
Very underrated movie.
Oh, yeah, that was a great movie.
Very
Yeah.
underrated
Wait,
movie.
you like Devil Wears Prada?
I wish they'd come out part 2 to that. That was great.
I just remember Emily Blunt's line. So she's like, "I've lost some weight. What are you doing?" "I eat a cube of cheese." And then nothing
Was
else.
that the movie that produced "I'm One Stomach Flew Away from My Goal Weight"?
One stomach flew away from my goal weight. Yeah.
And she finds out Anne Hathaway's going to Paris, and she goes, "You eat carbs."
Yeah, exactly. All right, coming up next, I promise this, Variety's list of the 20 greatest movies of all time. Most of them we know. Plus, South Carolina's got a great idea for what kind of traffic tickets they should hand out. That's coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 7:10 a.m.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
Or tonight at Crypto.com. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. with the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off with Slee. Tip-off at 7:30 p.m. Hear all of it on your flagship radio station, Lakers basketball, 710 ESPN. LeBron tracker, he's sitting at 316 points. We'll see how many he puts up tonight against the Kings. Right now, Mason and Ireland continues your Wednesday on 710 ESPN.
All right, don't forget Lie of the Day. We'll open the phones in about 10, 12 minutes, and 10 or 12 minutes. And you can win a 4-pack of tickets to Team USA versus Serbia next Wednesday, Bank of California Stadium. And John has told a lie or will tell a lie in this next segment. Have you told it?
I don't know.
World's person just died today.
Who?
Do you want to be this old, Mace? 118 years of age.
Hell no.
You wouldn't want to live that long?
No, I do not. Unless I'm really like...
You take care of yourself?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mace.
Which I don't.
If they let you pick your age
Yes.
when you're going out,
Yep.
what do you pick?
87.
I'm going 90.
87?
Yeah,
Both of my
87.
grandparents died when they were 90. My dad only made it to 84.
Yeah, I'm thinking 30 years from right now. 30 years from right now is good.
Michael, how about you? Name your age.
I like to get bathe myself and feed myself. I like to see 100.
Okay.
Would you?
You could. You're
Yeah.
pretty healthy.
Yeah, you're very healthy.
Well, you never know.
You lurk around the
Hey,
gym.
did you? By the way,
work
did you
out.
talk to Clay since he went to the White House?
No, I haven't talked
You haven't
to him.
talked to him yet.
No.
Yeah, they were there yesterday.
I saw that.
Michael and I have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. Which is this story earlier today that one of the most, and our buddy Ty Nowell, who works for the Chargers, the big digital, has a picture of this. One of the most surreal things I've ever seen is President Obama walking into the Roosevelt Room, and Khloe Kardashian is sitting there in a chair.
She
by
sat next to
herself.
me. She sat next to me, by the way, on the way to the White House on the bus.
So
It was the last
he
seat
walks
available.
up to her and he goes, "Hi, you're Chloe?" And she goes, "Yes, sir." He goes, "I'm Barack." She goes, "Yeah, I know. My girls watch your show. I try and get them not to, but they all do." And she goes, "Well, I have little sisters, and I tell them not to watch all those shows too, Mr. President."
There you go.
But it was like the most surreal meeting, and so Ty got this great shot of President Obama shaking hands
that's
with
cool.
Chloe that he still
We were
has.
going over there on the bus, right?
Yep.
Bus was packed. Every seat was taken. I was sitting in the front row, Ireland. You know where I always sit?
Yep.
On the right side of the bus, right
Yep.
next to the bus driver. So
And as usual, I was in the back.
I've got the whole row to myself, Mace.
Okay.
We're about to close the door. There comes one more person.
Oh, boy.
It was Chloe.
Oh,
And my seat's the only seat that's open.
really?
She says, may I sit there? I almost said no.
No!
I wanted to say no so
Chloe?
bad. Yeah, I needed the leg room.
So
Oh,
this
come
is
on, it's
so
a
this
Kardashian.
is how adamant Michael is about that seat.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you get onto a bus, picture you get onto the bus, not the seat right behind the driver, but across from it. So front row
Right.
on the passenger side.
Okay, got it.
Michael's always in that seat. If people tend to put like bags and stuff in there, Michael will move the bag to the second row. He's sitting in that seat.
That's my seat.
So
Like-
one
like
time we're
Sheldon.
playing, and there's 3 buses,
Yep.
and for whatever reason, the players' bus broke down, and so they had to come with us. And Kobe walks on the bus, and Michael's sitting there, and he goes, "Scoot over to
no,
Michael."
No. We were going through TS under the line. Remember, we were going in first.
Right.
The players came
So
in
how
behind
did he
us
get on the bus
because
next
he got,
to you?
He got in front of the line
Yeah.
to go through TSA,
Right.
and then came back on our bus and sat in my seat before
Right.
I could go through TSA.
Oh, and then you sat next to him and said, "Move over."
I walked in the bus and said, "You're in my seat."
And Kobe scooted over.
Kobe
Michael and Kobe sat for the whole ride to the airport side
So
by
get your ass
side.
up. Who do you think you are?
Wow.
And he moved over.
All right, you want to hear another cool story about
Yeah,
that?
That's right.
Sure.
That's my seat.
The other day, Michael and I get off the bus, and Michael's in front of me, and we're waiting to go through the TSA line, and LeBron gets off of his bus at the exact same time, and Michael goes, "Go ahead, LeBron. LeBron played great game, like 39, 40
right.
points." And LeBron said, "No, after you." And Michael goes, "You played too good." He goes, "My mom wouldn't let me live with myself if I didn't respect my elders. You have to go
Yeah, how
first."
about that?
And he made Michael go
I
first.
mean, we want to move to LeBron. Go on the plane, please. Go ahead of us.
You're definitely an elder.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to put it. You have to put it that way, Mace.
All right, what would you tease?
Okay. Tease, first of all, Variety named the 20 best movies of all time. And we know some of these, Michael. You've probably seen some of them. There's
Probably.
some older pictures here. Number 1, Psycho.
Oh, yep.
I haven't seen it in years, but I've seen it.
So scary.
Yeah, it's
Have
very
you guys
good.
seen Psycho?
Hitchcock,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. What did they use for the blood in Psycho? Do
Ketchup.
you know?
Corn
ketchup.
syrup.
No, they used Hershey chocolate syrup.
Hershey's chocolate syrup.
Wait, how'd they get it red?
In black and white.
No, it's black and white.
The movie's
Oh, wow.
Black and
Yeah.
white,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, number 2, Wizard of Oz.
Good movie.
Scariest movie ever for kids.
Chocolate Factory is.
Number 3, The Godfather.
Oh, yeah.
Should be number 1.
Should
but-
be number 1.
Yeah,
I
there we
agree.
go.
Should be number 1. Number 4, Citizen Kane. We talked about Orson Welles earlier. Have you ever actually seen Citizen Kane?
Yes.
I took a class where they showed that.
I thought it was good. Did not think it was the greatest movie I've ever seen.
And don't spoil it.
I won't.
Ever seen that, Jorge?
It's only been
Yeah.
out since
Yeah, it's cool.
1941.
Right.
Rosebud.
Haven't seen it.
Okay.
Rosebud.
Don't say
spoil
what
it.
Rosebud
You
is.
know what Rosebud is?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
No, I don't. I'm just saying, no, I
Edwin,
don't.
do you know what
It's that
Rosebud
movie,
is?
right?
I do. Yeah. I never saw
What
it,
is
but I know
Yeah,
what it is.
no, that
You don't
movie,
know
no.
what Rosebud is?
No,
I'll tell you off the air.
Yeah,
tell me.
I don't want to spoil
No,
this
it's
movie.
the whole. It's the whole movie.
Yeah,
if
no,
you know
it
what
came
it
out
is,
in
it wrecks it.
1941. I don't want to screw it
It's
up.
long enough. People don't care.
No, people do.
You, want
care.
No,
you know, you
yeah.
wouldn't watch it if you knew what this
Whole
was.
generation of people are listening right now, and they're going to try it out. Number 4, much to your chagrin, John, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
like
I'm
it.
sorry, number 5. That's Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Love Pulp Fiction.
You
Never
should
saw
try
it.
it again, Ireland.
Yeah, you really should.
It's great.
Yes, because I have nothing but time. I'll try.
Number 6, 7 Samurai. That's an old one. 7, it's 2001: A Space Odyssey. Oh, it's great. Are you kidding me? The caveman has
Top
a
10 all time.
Caveman has a bone, throws it up
Top
in the
10
sky.
all
turns
time.
into
It's a satellite.
space
So it's
station.
like it's better than Godfather 2. Come on,
8, It's a Wonderful Life.
great movie.
Yeah, great.
I
movie.
haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen that one.
Wait a minute.
You would love that.
Are you kidding?
I'm not. I haven't seen it.
Where have you been for like the last 30 Christmases? They run it on a loop over and over and over again.
Jingle all the way on Christmas.
Every time the bell rings.
Angel gets his wings.
Exactly. Number 9, All About Eve. I don't know that one. Number 10, Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah,
Just
very
the
good.
opening.
First
The
5 minutes.
opening
Yeah.
sequence
Yeah.
of that is just
Man.
Can you
unbelievable.
rewatch it, though? It's not a big rewatch movie.
You know, some movies you don't necessarily want to rewatch.
No,
Like,
I
I don't
don't-
want to live through Saving Private Ryan, the invasion of Omaha Beach.
I don't
again.
think I could watch United 93 again, and I think it's
No.
one of the best movies
No.
ever
That would be
made.
the dumbest military decision in history. Why would you invade the middle of the day in front of the machine guns? Go at night under the cover of darkness. Those guys were just sitting ducks on the beach.
Well, they know that
think
now.
about it.
Michael Thompson criticizing generals. All right.
Yeah. They would never. I tell you what, they would never do that kind of invasion again.
Yeah.
Today, go at night.
Yeah. Number 11, Singing in the Rain.
Good.
That's
Top
good.
20 all time.
Number 12, Goodfellas.
Great movie.
Yeah, good.
Oh yeah,
Number 14, Do the Right Thing.
that's all right.
I
It's
liked
a great
it a lot.
movie. Great movie. Spike Lee. Number 16, Casablanca. I'm skipping some here.
Wait, but by the way, best line from Do the Right Thing. They're having an argument. Guy's wearing a Larry Bird jersey, and the guy goes, giving him a hard time. Bird? Wait, well, Larry Bird? You're a Larry Bird fan? And the guy goes, Larry Bird, best player in the NBA. Some guy goes, best player in the NBA? Ugliest player in the NBA.
Come on. He had that nice hair. He had that flowing blonde hair.
Best player in the NBA. Ugliest player in the NBA.
Number 19, Godfather Part 2.
19.
I like Godfather 1. 19.
Singing in the Rain better than Godfather Part 2. Who's making this list?
Number 20, I actually wrote a school paper on this.
Okay.
For Bowling Green State University, the School of Popular Culture. Blue Velvet. Did you ever see
David
Blue
Lynch?
Velvet? David Lynch. Awesome. Awesome movie.
About a horse race?
Is that the one with Laura Dern and it's super weird?
Laura Dern, and remember Dennis Hopper? He's breathing laughing gas the entire
it's
time.
super weird.
Oh, it's great.
though.
It's great.
It's like goofy weird.
So that's their top 20. Now,
yeah,
I promised,
would kick like 5 or 6 of those
I
out.
would promised I'd get to this too. So this is from Columbia, South Carolina. A bill allowing police to charge a bigger fine for people driving slow in the left lane of interstates
yes.
and other multi-lane highways is one of the
About
first to be taken up
time.
in South Carolina.
Yep.
They are,
Move your ass,
I know.
slow guy.
They are ticketing slow guys in the fast lane. They absolutely should. It is as dangerous as somebody driving really fast. Having somebody drive that slow is a hazard to everybody. Plus, I'm trying to get somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, 50 miles an hour. And
Places
they
to
won't,
go,
and they
people to
won't-
see. I don't have time for you
And they won't move
casually
over.
driving.
They're calling it the Slowpoke Bill in
Yeah,
South
it's about
Carolina.
time.
It is about time. All right, I promise that. Now, it's Ireland's Lie.
Ireland's Lie.
All right, 877-710 ESPN, 877-710-3776. Mace, tell them what they win if they can correctly identify the lie.
So the U.S. men's national team is back from Qatar, and they're ready to play their first match since the World Cup. It is again Wednesday at Bank of California Stadium. If you can sniff out John's lie, and we've got several ideas. If you know the lie, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Win a 4-pack of tickets to see U.S. men's national team. We'll do that next, and then we got Game of Games. It is
Bergman's
my
game.
game today. Mason and Ireland.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap. Talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
A moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, lie of the day. We got a 4-pack of tickets to the U.S. men's national team versus Serbia next Wednesday at Bank of California Stadium. If you know what Ireland lied about today.
Now, Bergman got it on the very first guess, which makes me think it's too easy. Let's find out, Mace. Who do you want to go to first?
I can't get these right?
As always,
exactly.
We start with caller number 7, and that is Jesse and Norris. You're on 710A.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. What did I lie about?
I feel that was about Mason having a women's stalker.
No, that was very true.
that
Matter
was
of fact,
actually
thanks, Jesse.
true.
That kept him from Ramon Martinez's no-hitter. And to this day, Mason has yet to be at a no-hitter in person.
No-hitter, exactly. Andre Beach. Andre, you're on 710. Hey, man.
Hi, Andre.
Hey, what's up, guys? I think the lie is that Stan Kroenke recognized who Ireland was.
No, that's true. And again, he may not have recognized me. Somebody may have whispered my name.
The whisperer.
Yeah, into his ear and say, that's
John Ireland.
That's John Ireland. Hey, Stan. Hey, John. Just come on, but it happened.
Okay, one more, and then we give a hint. Let's go to South Central, and Ryan, you're on 710. Hey, man.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Good, Ryan. What did I lie about?
I thought the lie was John Ireland having a conversation with Stan Kroenke in a hallway or something like that.
Yeah, that was a little bit the last guy, I guess. That wasn't it. All right, thanks for trying, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the hint. Here's one hint. It has something to do, or the lie is musical. It has something to do with something musical.
Musical. Okay.
That's a good hint, right?
Yeah, that is a good hint.
See? It was harder than you thought. I can get things right.
Yeah. I got right.
I'm smart.
I'm smart.
Let's go to Rob in Huntington Beach. Hey,
Hey,
Rob,
Rob.
you're on 710. How you doing, man?
Hey, guys, it's an honor.
I can't believe it's not the lie's not the guy sleeping under your bed when that guy was
No, and that's a
I
that's
also thought that. Yeah.
okay. That's a shout out to my buddy Jordan down in Orange County,
Who hit out under.
and is now married to the girl whose bed he was sleeping under. Yeah,
That's kind of weird.
I won't say his last name because that would indict him. But yeah, that
Let's
was
go to
him.
Robert in Palmdale. Robert, you're on 710. Hey, man.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, Robert. What'd I lie about?
The last guy got my guess, but let me guess also that the accordion.
You're close. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Oh, come on.
Even if you get the instrument right, I'll give it to you.
Oh man. Accordion.
No, I'm sorry, but now the next person should get it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's go to Keon in West Covina.
No, he hung up.
Oh,
Go to Jacob in Cyprus.
Let's go to Jacob in Cyprus.
All right. Oh, Jacob, I owe you another hint too. Okay. Jacob, it has something to do with one of my parents.
I got it. John's mom's keyboard.
Right. Yeah, I made up the story about my dad bought my mom a keyboard that she never used. My mom, we never had a keyboard. I actually did that for Lisa years later, and she used it very infrequently, but my mom never had a keyboard laying around home.
Awesome. Way to go, Jacob. You got a 4-pack of tickets to U.S. men's national team versus Serbia next Wednesday at Bank of California Stadium. And by the way, if you want your own tickets, you can go to ussoccer.com. That's ussoccer.com.
Michael, what do you think tonight? Lakers Kings. If LeBron plays, we should win, right?
Well, it's gonna be a close game. They got to control De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis.
We played them 10 days ago, Mace.
Yep.
We won 136-134. That was the game where they gave Dennis Schroeder that foul call at the very end. LeBron had 38. Schroeder had 27. But Michael, do you remember who the real star of that game was?
Wasn't it Kendrick Nunn?
Thomas Bryant had 29 points and 14 rebounds against Sabonis. But LeBron is questionable.
Yep.
I think we need him in order to beat this team. Sacramento's won 4 in a row. They're currently in 4th place in the West under former Laker coach Mike Brown. So they're having a really good year. And De'Aaron Fox, as Michael has pointed out on many occasions, might be the fastest guy with the ball in the NBA today. If you had a race, he would be in it and maybe win it. Westbrook's there, LeBron's there, Ish Smith is there. Yeah. But De'Aaron Fox with the ball is about as quick as anybody.
I'm going to get to one more thing before Game of Games.
Yeah.
They had Pride Night in Philadelphia with the Flyers. And during warm-ups, they all wore rainbow jerseys, and the hockey sticks were wrapped in rainbow stuff. And Ivan Provorov, I believe it is.
Yeah, they call him
Provy decided he was not going to wear the Pride jerseys, didn't go out for the pre-workout skate. And the Philadelphia Flyers organization released a statement, said the organization committed to inclusivity and is proud to support the local LGBTQ community. Many of our players are active in their support, and we were proud to host our annual Pride Night again this year. The Flyers will continue to be strong advocates, et cetera, et cetera. Now, what Provy said is that he is being true to his religion.
Right.
You know what? As a gay guy,
yep,
totally fine with this.
Really?
Totally fine with it. Yeah, yeah.
He's Russian Orthodox. That's his religion.
Yep.
And he didn't come out and denounce Pride Night.
He
Matter
did
of fact,
the opposite, really.
I pulled the sound. I didn't know we were going to get to this, so I had the sound lined up for tomorrow. So if you listen tomorrow, you can hear it.
Let me see.
What is going on right now?
I was playing sound off the computer. Did not.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
He said he respects everybody, but he, based on his religious beliefs, he was not going to participate.
What is interesting is John Tortorella, the coach of the Flyers, had said in the past that if someone didn't stand for the anthem, he would bench him.
Yeah.
And when they asked Tortorella after the game, did you consider benching Provy, he said, absolutely not. He said he's got his reasons, and he actually played more minutes than any other Flyer in that game.
He says, I respect everybody. I respect everyone's choices. My choice is to stay true to myself and my religion.
Yeah, I was okay with that, too.
He doesn't want to do it?
Yeah. You shouldn't be forced to do anything you don't believe in.
You know what I look forward to, John? When the Lakers have Pride Night, not during the preseason, but during the regular season.
They're working on it.
The way the Dodgers do, the way LAFC does.
There is a strong contingent that's arguing for that. I think it might happen one day.
Good. I hope so. All right, it is Game of Games coming up right now. It is Bergman's game. Bergman, you want to sneak preview this game in some way?
John's going to win.
Whoa, I like that.
Was it something to do with jazz hands?
Jazz hands!
All right, no, let's see. Let's see one of you guys can take me down.
We will do that coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, Laker fans, John Ireland here. Have you downloaded the new ESPN LA app? You got to get this thing. It's great. You can get Travis and Sliwa, Mason and Ireland, Sedano and Cap, and all of our Lakers talk with Slee right in the palm of your hand.
You're just one tap away from everything Lakers. You could even win Lakers tickets.
React to the Lakers on ESPN LA app.
Download the new ESPN LA app in the App Store or on Google Play.
For Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. It is Bergman's game today. Let me see. I have not seen the scoreboard lately.
Jorge's winning. I know that.
Yeah. Jorge's up.
What do you system? I think you're up, but you've got 3.
And 3, Bergman 2, Mason 2, Ireland 1, Pepe 1, and Jacob Imrani 1.
Hey, Michael, this is your chance to get on the board.
All right. Hope it's an interesting subject.
All right, what's the game, Bergman?
You should know this. All right, so this is a game of who has more. It's the LeBron James edition.
Okay.
Everybody knows that he's about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points ever in NBA history, but he also has a lot of other where he's in the top 10 or has a very high number for a lot of them.
Yes.
So this is going to be who has more. I'm going to give you 2 names, and I'm going to tell you it is the person right next to him on the all-time leaderboard.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll start with this one. This one is minutes played. Who has more, LeBron James or Karl Malone, Mace?
I will go with LeBron.
Okay, John.
I agree with Mason. I think it's LeBron.
Okay, Michael.
It's Malone because he played 38 minutes a game, where LeBron's great as he is doesn't play that average that many.
Okay, Jorge.
I'll go LeBron.
Michael's right. It is Karl Malone.
Yeah.
54,852 to 53,370. LeBron is number 3 all time.
Yeah,
In minutes.
Carl played in the era of men when they didn't look for nights off. I'm playing too many minutes. I can't play 36 minutes. Oh,
my ankle.
leg hurts.
Oh, I'm
Ooh.
sore.
Please.
Yeah, he would destroy everyone from your era. Number 2, field goals attempted. Field goals attempted. LeBron James or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, John?
Okay, both played 20 years. Kareem shot a lot more.
I'll tell you this: they're number 1 and number 2 all time.
Yeah, I'll go Kareem.
Okay, Michael.
Kareem.
Okay, and Jorge.
Kareem.
Mace.
Kareem.
It is Kareem. It's 28,307 to 27,594. Very, very close. Number 3, 3-pointers made. LeBron James or Paul Pierce? Michael.
Interesting.
3-pointers made.
Paul Pierce shot a lot, didn't play as long as LeBron. But I think LeBron with the extra years, I'll go LeBron.
Okay, Jorge?
What was the other name? Sorry.
Paul Pierce.
Oh, LeBron.
Okay, Mace.
I'm going to go Paul Pierce.
And John.
I need to make one up on Michael. I'll go Paul Pierce.
It is LeBron, 22,070 to 22,143.
Hey, watch it. HR's here.
Who else got that? You got that?
I got that, yeah.
LeBron is number 10 all time.
Idiot.
All right, number 4, and Jorge, will start with you, is 3-pointers attempted. LeBron or Reggie Miller?
Reggie Miller.
Okay, Mace.
LeBron.
John.
I went to college with Reggie Miller. When he got into the league, nobody was shooting
Yeah,
threes.
they didn't do it.
Yeah, they didn't do it that often that much.
So I'm going LeBron.
Okay, Michael.
LeBron.
It is Reggie Miller.
Oh.
Reggie Miller has
Yeah.
6,486 to LeBron 604.
I suck at this game.
Number
What's the
5
score right now?
all time.
Michael 3, Jorge 3, you and I 1 each.
Wow.
The minorities.
Swag, baby.
Make another
This game is culturally biased.
Minorities need a
Against
raise.
the white guys.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Number 5, we'll go back to you, Mace. Free throws attempted. LeBron or Kobe?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Free throws attempted. LeBron or Kobe?
I'm going to go LeBron.
Okay, John.
I need to make up points. Kobe.
Michael?
They both go to the line a lot, but LeBron's with these extra years, I'll go LeBron.
Jorge?
Yeah, I'll go LeBron.
It is LeBron.
Oh,
LeBron is number 5 all time.
Bergman, I'm going to come in last in this stupid game of yours.
I jinxed you.
Anything about LeBron.
Reverse jinx on John. All right, number 6. Free throws made. Free throws made, John. LeBron or Oscar Robertson?
LeBron.
And let's go, Michael.
Yeah, LeBron. Oscar played like only 13 years.
Jorge.
Yeah, LeBron.
And Mace.
Your chance to catch up.
No, I think it's LeBron.
It is LeBron, but it's not as bad as far off as you think. It's 7,993 to 7,694. LeBron is number 4. Number 4 all time.
Greg, how many are left?
I have 4 and a tiebreaker.
All right, so I'm not dead yet, but I'm about to be. Go ahead.
Okay. Assists. Assists, John. Is it LeBron or Mark Jackson?
Mark Jackson.
Okay. Michael.
Yeah, Ireland knows this one. We talked about it. Jackson.
Okay. Jorge.
At Jackson.
All right. Mace.
Who am I to do?
It is Mark Jackson, but it's not by a lot either. 100. It's 10,334 to 10,282, and LeBron is number 6 all time in assists.
How many are left?
3.
Okay. All right, I can tie, but that's it. Let me go. Make Mason and Jorge go first.
Okay.
Or Michael and Jorge
Michael
go
and
first.
Jorge go.
Yeah.
All right, this is steals.
That'll be the first time ever around there, Jorge.
Yeah, exactly. I know, right?
The brown and the black going first. Make it on that, HR.
All right, Michael. All right, Michael. Steals. LeBron or Hakeem? LeBron or Hakeem for steals?
Boy.
It's within 8.
I know. Oh. Within 8 steals?
8 steals.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm going to go. I'll go Hakeem.
Jorge.
Yeah, same.
Mace.
LeBron.
What's
and
that,
John?
LeBron.
It is LeBron.
Oh!
2,170 to 2,162. Number 9. Number 9
Okay,
all time.
so here's the.
These are crazy
There's
numbers, right?
There's 2 left, right?
2 left.
Yeah. All right. Jorge 6, Michael 6, Mason 5, Ireland 4.
You got a chance, Ireland.
All right, just make those guys go first, and I'm not dead yet.
All right, rebounds, Michael. We're going to go first again. LeBron or David Robinson?
Ooh, geez.
It is. I'm going to tell you this. It's separated by 1.
One rebound.
1 rebound.
So I'll go with Robinson.
Okay. Jorge.
LeBron.
Mace.
Well, Robinson, I can't make up a point. I'll go Robinson.
Michael.
Or
John.
I'll go LeBron.
It's David Robinson, 10,497 to 10,496, number 33.
Ireland is running last.
No, I'm out.
Not?
I just
You're
got
out.
now.
Okay,
I'm
you're
out.
done,
John.
And I
Am
think
I done?
you're out. Yeah, there's one left.
There is one left.
Who got that right?
Me and Jorge.
You guys both got it right? You guys both
No,
said
I
Akeem?
think-
I
No,
didn't.
one of you did.
I didn't. I
Michael,
said
you got it
LeBron.
right. All right, so here it is. I'm out. Mace, you are now out.
Okay.
Because you can't catch Michael. Michael has 7 and Jorge has 6. So Michael has to go first for this last one.
All right. Michael?
Make it an easy one. It's LeBron, black or white?
Come on, Michael.
Blocks, Michael.
Blocks.
LeBron or Andre Drummond? LeBron or Andre Drummond
Ooh,
blocks.
yeah.
And it's very close. It's separated by 5.
Yeah. Drummond, or LeBron, huh? I'll go, LeBron, he'll run you down and block your shot, but not known to be a shot block, so I'll go Drummond.
Okay.
You know what you got to do, right?
LeBron, yeah.
All
Very
right.
good.
Who is it, Greg?
It's LeBron.
Tiebreaker.
1,059 to 1,054. He's number 91 all time. So in the top 100 for all of these, and mostly in the top 10.
All right, do you have a tiebreaker?
I do have a tiebreaker.
All right, it's a two-man game between Jorge and Michael.
Okay.
Here you go.
So how many total defensive rebounds does LeBron have of his 10,496? He's 12th all time in this category and only needs 4 tonight to pass Patrick Ewing for 11th
so this
all
is
time.
this is a question of 10,496 rebounds. How many of those rebounds were
defensive?
All right, Jorge, you got to write it down.
Out of 10,000, what was the number?
10,496. How many of them were defensive?
Yes.
All right,
So
Michael, write down a number.
Write down a number. Jorge, write down a number. Jeopardy style.
Okay. Jorge, what number did you write down?
6,200.
All right, Michael wrote down 8105. 8,105. Greg, who's closer?
The correct answer is 8,852.
Oh,
Michael
Thompson. Victorious.
That's right.
Nice.
And on the board.
He's going to be, after tonight, he will be 11th all time in defensive rebounds, too. He has ridiculous numbers.
I know my LeBron history.
Yeah, Ireland, you got some homework.
Yeah,
No kidding. That was a pathetic performance. Whose game is it? Oh, Jorge, it's your game tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Make your game about Bravo or something.
Anything about Andy Cohen?
the
Make it about Real Housewives or something. Hallmark movies, perfect.
movies, yeah.
Michael won't be here tomorrow. Hallmark movies.
Right in your wheelhouse.
What was that? Pumperdink Rules? What was that?
Pumperdink.
What was the name of those
Vanderpump.
people?
Vanderpump.
What do you mean Pumperdink rules?
Yeah, do that stuff.
What in the world?
Have you
Name
ever
the
been
mom.
to Vanderpump restaurant? What is that called?
Have I been to Pump?
Sir.
Have
Well,
I been
what
to
about
Sir?
Sir?
Have
Pump
I
is the
been
bar,
to
right?
Tom Tom?
Oh,
Have
that's
I
the
been
bar.
to every restaurant that franchise has launched? The answer is yes. And does my brother-in-law in Idaho, when he comes to visit, only want to do one thing and one thing only, and that is go to all of those restaurants?
Yeah,
the answer is yes.
Yeah, my the first thing my Juan's sister wanted to do when she got here was to go to dinner at Sir.
Yeah, we went. It was
She
good.
watches the show. It was
And
fun.
by the way,
it's a really ordinary
Lisa's
restaurant.
husband Ken was walking around with the dog Jiggy.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure that Jiggy was alive. I think he might
What
have
do you
been.
mean?
He might have been stuffed.
No.
He did not move. Jiggy did not move at all, and Ken was just walking around the restaurant holding Jiggy.
Yeah.
And people were coming up and petting Jiggy, but I never saw Jiggy move, not even his eyes.
Wow.
So you think they're
You
pulling?
think they're carrying around a stuffed
Wouldn't that
animal?
be? Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah.
It would
Like,
be.
like
but
it's a
I mean,
business, right? Taxidermy is a business.
Oh,
People
yeah.
do this.
Yeah, no weirder than anything else on those shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you something strange that happened on that.
Okay.
One of the guys on that show on Vanderpump Rules
Yes.
is named Peter. He's the manager at Sir.
Okay.
All right. So he comes over. I start talking to him. We kind of hit it off. And he says to me, he goes, "Hey, somebody in the back told me that you're one of the Laker announcers." I go, Yeah. I go, "Do you want to go to a game sometime?" He goes, "No interest."
What?
I go, "Even if I gave you tickets for free?" He goes, "Yeah, not a basketball guy."
Wow.
Only guy ever in
Just
the
turned
history
down
of my
Laker
lifetime that turned down Laker tickets
Yeah,
for free.
that's crazy.
And he's like, "Yeah, just not my thing, man. It'd be a waste of the tickets." I go, "Okay, thanks for being honest."
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
You guys been to Nobu yet? And
I went to Nobu once. I will never go again.
why?
Because it is way overpriced.
But it's good though.
But it is it's like little thin slices of fish
unbelievable.
with some sort of sauce,
yeah.
and it's so damn good.
Yeah.
But you can get. I mean, I think we probably dropped $500 on that dinner.
But it's the atmosphere. You're sitting right next to a Kardashian.
It's
aren't you?
so dark. I couldn't see anybody.
I went one night where every Kardashian, including Kim and Kanye, was right next to me.
Really?
Yeah. It was surreal.
Yeah. It's so overpriced, though.
Insane.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you call to get a reservation, they'll say, we can take you at 4 or at 10 if you want to come for dinner.
If anybody wants to go, the one of the maitre d's from Nobu is he DM'd me with a reservation one time.
So the way I got in was Steve Jackson, our buddy Steve Jackson, Michael, who's a big Lakers season ticket holder. I called for Lisa's birthday. I called 3 months in advance.
Yep.
They said, we can take you at 4 or at 10.
Yes.
And I said, okay, I'll call you back. Hung up, called Steve Jackson. I go, you got any pull at Nobu? He goes, yeah. He goes, we go a lot. I go, can you get me a table for 2 at 7 o'clock on this night? He goes, I think so. Stand by. Calls me back 5 minutes later. You're in.
Wow.
They just don't. If you're calling off the street and you're not connected, like you went with Joe Lacob, right?
Yeah, Joe Lacob, yeah.
You and Joe Lacob?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
wow.
When Clay signed his contract.
When Clay signed his contract, he took us there to celebrate the contract signing. And Joe told me all the history of how he acquired the Warriors. It was a fascinating story.
Well, rumor going around that Joe Lacob and that ownership group might buy the Angels.
I know.
Right.
That'd be great for the
Angels. What do you
Angels.
know about it, Michael? Do you know anything?
About the Angels?
Text Joe and ask if he's buying the...
Joe. Ask him what's going on
He's
with the
definitely
Angels.
looking into it.
Yeah?
Yeah, he'd be a great owner.
He would be. All right.
Light years ahead of everybody else.
That's right. He'd be light years ahead of the Dodgers.
We got a minute here. So I'm having a neighbor issue.
Another one?
Again. Another beeper?
Is it a smoke alarm?
No. The woman next door to me, now I know her name. Stop it. Now I know her name. Her name's Greta. She's from Germany. So
How old is she?
She's probably 50. She's
okay.
got.
So she's not like on the run.
She's got kids.
She's not like in her 80s.
She's got kids. My
right.
God, Michael.
Yeah.
she's got kids.
All right. What's your issue?
Okay. So I always, if I see an animal loose in the neighborhood, I always find a way to get that animal, make sure he's got a tag and stuff, right? So I did it with a cat. Okay. So there's this orange-looking cat in the neighborhood, and it was running loose. So I chased it down, picked up the cat, looked at the tag, had a phone number on it.
Okay.
I call the phone number. It's Greta. Greta, I say, I've got your cat. He got loose. And she said, she's an outdoor cat. Now, why are you allowed to have an outdoor cat? Why can you just let a cat roam the streets at night? I don't get it. I mean, I have to have my dog on a leash all the time.
But what is the alternative? If the cat gets
a house cat.
But if the cat gets out and is walking around, isn't the cat going to come back so he can eat?
No, but she just lets the cat outside all the time. The cat is an outdoor cat as opposed to like Momo's got a cat.
Right.
Lives in the house.
Yeah.
Greta's got a cat. Runs loose in the neighborhood all the time.
And I don't understand what your objection to that is.
Letting pets run loose in the neighborhood. Do I not have a point
wait a minute.
here?
Is this a killer cat? Is he jumping up and biting people with fangs in the neck?
I don't want pets running through the neighborhood.
It's a cat, man.
Still, Michael, do cats run through your neighborhood?
No, not in my neighborhood over here. But in the Bahamas, it's very common to have your dogs or your cats outside.
Yeah, I know. I've been in Central America, same thing. Yeah. Street dogs, all that.
But
Michael,
there's plenty. I'm not Michael. I'm Greg. But there is.
I was finishing with him and going to you.
But there's plenty of cats that run around. There's in my neighborhood.
But
there's
is
cats
that
all
not
over the place.
wrong? That's wrong.
No, who cares?
No, what's wrong with it?
You can't just let cats roam
Why?
the streets.
What's the danger?
It's a house cat or it's a stray cat.
Let me ask you
Michael
this.
Funches. You need to talk to Michael Funches about this.
What's the difference
That's how he got his
between
cat.
Greta's cat and a stray cat? Nothing. It's got a tag.
Right, but what's your objection to having a cat running around?
It's not right. It's not right to have a cat running around.
You think it's cool for the animal?
I think it's irresponsible of the owner. There's like coyotes in the neighborhood, all kinds of stuff. Is this their cat just running loose in the streets?
Well, if it is...
Do you have cats running through your neighborhood?
No. My mom has a cat.
Because they've got... Does your mom let your cat just run the streets?
No, Danny the cat never leaves the house.
Right. I'm just saying I'm against this concept of outdoor cats.
I think this is misplaced outrage on your part. Who cares if there's a cat running around?
I do not want pets running through my neighborhood.
Well, they are, whether you want it or not.
Yeah, I can see what makes it. I wouldn't want dogs running around like that.
No, right.
But dogs can bite people. Cats don't bite anybody.
Cats can bite people.
When's
the
last time you got bit by a cat?
It dug
It's not your cat.
I needed to look at the tag.
You didn't need to. You didn't need to do anything.
What does Juan say about it?
Yeah, where's Juan come down on this?
He put out a little bowl of water for the cat.
And that's what most people do. Most normal humans.
I hate that. All right, let's do some Supercross talk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God.
When the shows come together for magic on the radio. It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
And it is Super Crosstalk time.
You guys were killing Mason and Ireland yesterday on the Al
Oh,
Michaels.
were
No,
you
they were just killing Mason. I'm pro Al Michaels.
Yeah, we weren't killing Mason.
Oh, I did not.
I mean, Ireland, I mean.
Were
Yeah,
you killing
we were
me?
Mason. Yeah, because you're like all of a sudden you, of all people, is going to criticize Al Michaels over one incident. The guy's called like 2,000 games in his life.
I have prefaced every single comment about the end of the Jacksonville-San Diego game.
So let me ask you, mate, should we judge you?
He's a legend. He's a legend.
Should we judge you by your performance on a daily basis or individual segments?
By the way, people do that. They do judge me every single day.
And how do you like that?
I live with it. I learned
No,
to
you
live
don't.
with it.
No, you don't.
What do you
you
mean
get
I don't?
pissed. You get Mason. A couple of years ago, I remember you couldn't even look at Twitter without freaking out. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm totally over that. I got a really thick callus for a skin now. I don't
now.
care what anybody says about me. And by the way,
Right, but
neither
aren't
should
there-
Al.
but-
Al had a bad call.
Aren't there certain announcers when they reach a point? I would put Vin Scully, Chick Hearn into this category, that they've earned the right based on their body of work to have
a moment,
a
not perfect performance.
So you're acknowledging that it was not a good call.
Sure,
No,
we're all
there's a
acknowledging
difference
that, but
between
you're
not perfect and a
but you're
bad
be-
call. You
you're-
think it was
you're-
a bad call?
I think
Right,
I
and
don't think it met the moment at all.
And you're belaboring the point, like almost like he shouldn't ever be there again.
Oh, my God, no. He's a legend. He should do whatever he wants, but that was not a good call. It did not meet the moment. It was an extraordinary come-from-behind win. It's the third biggest come-from-behind win in the history of the NFL playoffs, and I thought it deserved a rousing call.
Okay, John and Michael will understand this, and you won't. Just because it was the third largest call or comeback in NFL history doesn't mean that the individual moments were great during the calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. John, am I right? Like, you can have a great comeback over totality, but you're calling each action on its own merit. You know what I mean? And like,
so Mason,
that's the difference.
It was a field goal. All
that
right?
won the game.
Right, but when's the last time you heard somebody come out of their shoes on a field goal?
Well, the 36-yarder from the right hash to win the game.
This is the
the Jaguars guy.
Cook put it down. Riley Patterson. Cook puts it down. Patterson's kick is up. The field goal is good.
That's meeting the moment.
But that's
but that's a local
guy.
Jacksonville guy. Like, what do you want him to do?
Wait, go listen to Ian Eagle's call, because he did the national radio and he's not associated with one of the two teams, and hear how Ian called it and the excitement that he built. But Mace, listen, you're fine.
He's
okay.
entitled to an off
You're
day.
all right.
I'm saying it was an off day.
No, you're not.
Everybody's afraid
Well,
to
according
say
to
it
you,
was
he's
an off
not.
day.
According to you and Greg, he's not, because he's basically like he can never call a game again.
No, now you're putting words into my mouth. I said he's
Really?
a legend.
Mason,
Yeah.
you literally asked if you literally were talking about whether he's over the hill yesterday.
You did say that. You said it.
Well, I was reading headlines that say, "Did Al Michaels lose his fastball?" I mean, I'm reading other people's headlines.
So what is your take? Should
He's
he
a
never
legend.
call a
He should
playoff
call
game again?
He should call games all the time. More Al is better, but that was not a great call. That's my position.
I think Al has taken all the heat, but let's think about it for a second. You're NBC.
Yeah.
You have worked with Al Michaels for all these years.
Yes.
When you are working out a broadcast, you do it in the preseason, not in the wild card game. So
Correct.
for them to not have gone and gotten Kirk Herbstreit, who he's worked with all season long, obviously they couldn't do anything about Collinsworth because I think they had the game after. You know, they had the Cincinnati-Baltimore game afterwards. So,
Okay, I'm
No, it
glad
wasn't
you mentioned the
afterwards.
Cincinnati-Baltimore
Was it?
game.
well, I think it was the game after. But
No, it was the
wait.
next day.
Yeah,
It was the next
hang
day.
on. Hold on the Cincinnati-Baltimore game, because here's a call And again, this is...
Is it a field goal?
No.
Because then you're comparing
No,
apples to
it's a
oranges.
99-yard return for a touchdown. Of course it's going to be exciting,
Mike Tirico
Mason.
met the moment. He met the
Right,
moment
but it's
in that moment.
99-yard return for a touchdown. Mason, it's a completely different scenario than a field goal.
To cap off a comeback
Mason, how many games have you called in your life?
I don't
How many
want
football
to.
games have you called?
No interest. I am a listener, a consumer.
You never
I'm
played
the
the
person
game
that
on him.
matters.
Yeah.
You don't get it, man.
I'm
You
the
don't get it.
regular.
But if
I'm
you've
the
never
guy
called,
listening to the
never
show.
called, if you've never called a field goal,
and don't want to, I have no interest.
Then you have no right to really
Of course I
criticize
do.
him.
I watch games.
Yeah, he has a right.
I hear everybody call games. Of course I have the right to do
There-
it. You don't
okay,
need
I'll take
to
that
have
back.
called a
You
game
have
to be
you may
able
have
to
a right,
criticize.
but you don't have an informed opinion about what that
Of
moment
course I
means.
do. I'm a viewer.
Yeah.
What
The
are you
viewers are the
talking
most
about? You've
important
never
thing.
done it before.
Yeah,
That's
George.
a
I don't want
bunch
to
of
do
bull
it.
crap.
Let's be clear. I have no interest, have never
wait a
had
minute.
interest
Mason,
in
you're
calling a
making such a
game.
mistake.
You're wrong,
Come
You
on,
know what?
Mace.
Bring up Mason's luge call. I want to criticize that.
But that was a
The
great
luge
call.
The luge call met the moment.
That's right,
Mace, exactly. You should be saying right now, don't tell me that I've never called a football game
True,
and I
I
don't know
did.
what it is to call a game-winning field
True.
goal.
He
I've
didn't even
called
remember. I had to bring it up.
Olympic
Wait,
moments
Michael,
in
fair
my
or
life.
unfair for Mason to rip Al Michaels?
I think it's fair. Well, George is wrong for saying he never been in that situation, so he has no right to criticize him. That's wrong, George. Otherwise, we wouldn't comment on all kind of sports because we haven't played at a certain level, right?
Michael, there's a difference between being like, hey, my opinion is X, Y, and Z, and literally Mason out there telling he didn't meet the moment. The moment was a field goal with a flag on the
moment
play.
was coming from behind from 27-0, third biggest playoff
No.
comeback in NFL
Again,
history.
this is the difference.
You don't
The
get it,
moment
Mason.
was a field goal with the flag on the play. What you're talking about is the totality of the game. That's a different scenario.
Yeah, I actually agree with
Which,
that.
by the way, to Al's look, Al was stuck with Tony Dungy.
Hold on, wait.
They
Let the
never
guy who's
called a
actually
game
called
together.
games answer for a
Oh,
second.
wait a
here.
minute. No, let the guy who's actually watched games answer. We are viewers. We're the people that matter.
He's right about that.
Well, I will say this, that I would never criticize Al Michaels, but he is being criticized a lot nationally.
Right.
A lot
Ridiculous.
of I agree with you, Cap. But the actual thing. What Mason is kind of in the majority here. Most people are criticizing.
You know why
him.
though, John? Because everybody knows that when you hear Al Michaels' voice on a broadcast, it's a big time sporting event.
Yes.
Right.
And
Yeah, that's what I said yesterday.
So everybody has an expectation that Al's going to give you a moment like "Do You Believe in Miracles,"
Yes.
which is obviously way beyond. It's Jacksonville versus
Sure,
the
it's Jacksonville,
Chargers.
Cincinnati, or
Right.
Jacksonville, San Diego. Yeah.
Yes. So here's the thing. So you don't hear any criticism of Tony Dungy. You don't
None.
hear any criticism.
He was terrible.
of
I mean,
management.
And by the
That's
way,
Michael's old roommate from Minnesota.
Tony. I like Tony.
So he was terrible. He was
not,
terrible.
Tony's not
He
used to
was
being in
terrible.
that position. He doesn't do
Okay.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And-
where is the criticism for NBC's executive
Correct.
team that put together this broadcast? How do they not get Herb Street? How do they not get somebody more energetic?
Collinsworth.
I mean, right.
I mean, listen, I'll give you an example, a local example. When Michael was out the other day, John had worked with Trudell, who he's worked with 1,000,000 times over, right? But I bet you the first time Michael or John worked with somebody that wasn't Michael, it's a bit of an awkward dance, is it not? Is that unfair to say?
No, there's you got to get time to get used to your partner. I thought that was weird for NBC in a playoff
To
game.
throw Dungy in there.
Yeah, to throw two guys in there that had never done
I
it.
mean, that's like if Michael missed a finals game and we threw in, like, I don't know, you, Mason, on the Lakers
great.
broadcast.
No
You
interest.
do a great
Mason
job,
would be
Mace.
great.
Mace, I'm
Okay, so
big fan
That'd
of
be
your work.
awesome.
This has
Can we
been-
do that?
Yeah.
You guys have blown this into a gigantic thing, which was never my intention. I just thought the call didn't meet the moment.
Are you-
I'm not criticizing Al Michaels and his legendary career. I thought it was dull, it was sleepy, and it didn't capture the
Okay,
moment
let's
for
get
me.
to something important.
You didn't even watch it live!
No, I watched it after.
Right, so how do you know it met the moment? You were out on the moment the entire second half.
I've got
You
the
were
call.
watching a sadness triangle movie.
I've played it nonstop on the show. I know what the Jacksonville guy sounded like, and I know what Al sounded like. And
You
it was
did-
not
you
an
said-
exciting
let me-
call.
let me
Hold
try
on.
this
Do you
again.
realize-
Tell me
Hold
I
on.
have
No,
to
no,
have
wait.
done play-by-play to have an opinion
No, but
about
Mason,
an announcer.
forget about the play-by-play. Do you realize how ridiculous you sound? You're saying he didn't meet the moment. You were out an hour and a half earlier.
100%. But I
You don't know what the moment was because you were watching
I do know
it.
what the moment was because I've read everybody's
Oh,
critique
yeah, because
of
you
it.
read
and I
it.
played
No,
it
but
on
I
the
thought
air.
this was about. Hold on, I thought this was about feelings and emotion and
It
living
is.
to
It's
those
feelings
living
and
up to those
emotions.
emotions.
Exactly
You couldn't.
right.
You're a fraud, Mason.
Here we go for the win. Got it, but there's a flag down. There's a flag down as everybody's running out onto the field.
Yeah, it just didn't meet the moment for me.
You had to wait to see what
It
the flag
didn't meet
was.
the moment you didn't watch.
You can make the argument that it didn't meet the moment, but if I'd rather hear Al Michaels' voice than anybody else's.
Yep.
That's what. Now, what? Let's get to something important. Let me try this again. Mason says that a stray cat in his neighborhood is an unacceptable outrage.
Well, this is another thing, Mason. For a guy who's so loose and chill, and I want to be happy with everybody, and I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to piss anybody off. All you do is complain about your neighbors all the time. their Halloween stuff, their Christmas stuff. I mean, now the cats.
Wait a minute. To be fair, hate the Halloween stuff. Love the Christmas stuff.
Wait, do you still have the neighbor that puts up Christmas lights year round?
Yes.
Okay. I have no problem with cats running around my
Yeah,
neighborhood.
I don't
Cappy,
like
do
stray
you?
cats. I don't
Mace,
like
I
stray
think it's
cats.
hilarious. So you have it's like a whole political thing too. You're like, I'm opposed to cats
Stray
through
cats.
my neighborhood. But what I think is kind of funny
Is that? Hold on.
I'm going to call animal control.
Are you going to run for councilman in your neighborhood and run on that platform?
Isn't
No
dog
more
catcher a
stray
job?
cats.
Yeah, I don't like stray cats.
Mace, but the funny thing is, think about